2, 1, go. We're live. Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Oh,
Hi.
I need to turn you down a bit, Eck. How is everyone?
Good,
Just-
Charlie. How are you?
Doing good. Just the hanger's stopped for some reason. I've got to loop that. There we go. Okay. I'm doing good. Just
Can we record our audio if we're gonna upload this later?
Can do if I put background music. Do we put background music on?
No, probably not.
All right, then I don't need to have your stuff separately recorded.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Give us a few seconds to come in, then you can introduce our new podcast, Charlie.
Okie dokie. Just making sure I've got all the Streamlabs stuff
Oh shit!
open.
I love my whiskey out there. 1 second.
What was he left?
He left his whiskey out there.
Ah, the classic. All right, I can
Yeah.
see chat. You're here,
Disappointing.
Cory.
I'm here. You're here.
Yeah.
We're all here except for Eck and Murphy.
Oh, got my vodka, got my orange juice. In one hand, I'm ready to game, as in doing a podcast. Hello. Whew. We're just going to
Yeah,
go. Oh, sorry, go on, Cory. You just interrupted me. Go for it.
No, go fuck yourself. Okay. All right, Charlie's dead. It's just me and Justin. So we got a non-Star Wars Tabletop episode for everyone tonight.
God, Jesus, trying to have an asthma attack. Oh my God, why am I so close to having an asthma attack today? 3 times already. God damn.
You should get that looked at.
No, it's just cold.
Oh, there
I
is
was out in
Murphy.
the
Never
cold.
mind. I said we didn't have a Murphy, but we got him. Is that Remy? I can't tell. I just see an
Murphy.
eye. It is Murphy? Okay.
Yeah, Remy sleeps with Kelsey, like right in her shoulder. But
Yeah, Remy did that with me once.
yeah.
One of the best
Yeah,
nights
you
of my life. Yeah, so I'm just trying not to have an asthma attack, but I'm doing good. Eck, to answer your question, how about you two? How you guys
Did
doing?
I actually ask you?
No.
I was gonna say I don't.
You-
that doesn't sound like something I would do.
No. You were like,
Eck,
how
how
are you
you doing?
doing?
Again, that doesn't sound like something I would do.
Oh,
I'm just
What?
saying.
ask me how I am.
Yeah,
Wait,
be
you
a
just
caring friend.
am I missing a joke?
Yeah. you are.
Can't tell when
Thanks.
you're serious. You're so deadpan.
All right, so guys, we're recording a podcast today. We'll do the full intro in a few minutes.
Mm.
But I don't think it's gonna be much different from regular Beerio Cart.
Mm.
Like it's not
It's
gonna be like
basically
Tapcap.
Beerio, but without Beerio.
Yeah, it's not gonna be like Tapcap. We're gonna read chat. I might fuck around with my soundboard. Oh, that wasn't very loud.
Yeah, I
Okay.
didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Maybe you pressed. But
But yeah, so
shall I jump in with the intro? Are we good to go?
go for it.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first ever episode of the EckToo Podcast. I am joined here with Eckhart Sladder and Cory Loses. We're going to be shooting the shit a little bit here, my language, just about whatever we want to talk
Listen,
about.
if shooting the shit is enough to get you off the podcast, it's probably not the podcast for you.
Yeah,
If
like
that language is enough to get you gone, it's probably best.
Listen, YouTube demonetizes if you say any naughty word in the first 30 seconds. So I
Good
was,
thing we've been,
good thing we're several minutes in.
yeah. So we're going to be talking about a few topics that are on our mind. Might be something to do with recent events, like news or whatever, or anything that we
unlikely.
want to talk about.
every time that like I've recorded something or like started a new show or like streamed, I always have somebody who'll be like, "Can you tone it down? I want to listen while my kids are in the room, so please change how you speak." So if your kids are in the room, like
That's
They
your
should-
choice.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
your choice. I can't help it. Like I've got a problem. I swear in front of my children sometimes. I try not to. Now that they're older and they understand, I try not to. But like we're gonna be talking about Charlie's ear infection. We might go through Charlie's Tinder profile and reach out to some cuties. Yeah.
Yeah, damn. I'm not looking forward to that because you're gonna. If we do hit that, you're gonna find out a deep dark secret that I've been doing for the past 2 years, and it's gonna make you guys cringe.
What is it? You should just tell us right now to start the podcast.
It's not bad. It's not bad. You'll laugh.
Okay.
Is it the fact that you're using the same intro for every single?
Why would you spoil such a great, like?
Is it the Scrabble line?
No, yeah, maybe.
Is that it?
Yeah, it is that. But you'll get to see it in action. It works, but
we've literally known this.
Oh my god! Yeah, you've said that before.
I'm just gonna spoil it.
I didn't know. Okay.
All right.
Charlie's opening line is how does it go, Charlie? You might as well just tell them.
Hey Sarah, did you know that your name is worth 8 points in Scrabble? Personally, I think you're a perfect 10, winky face. And if their name is above 10 points, I just don't talk to them.
I thought you just didn't even count their points.
Sometimes,
yeah. Sometimes you're even like, hey, Quasimodo, I know your name is worth 10 points in Scrabble, but
yes, sometimes I just straight up lie if I'm trying to rush through things as fast as possible. Sometimes I get the calculator out. Depends on how I feel.
Well, the basic premise of this show is that it's like Mario Kart without us having to play Mario Kart. So if people enjoy it, we'll keep doing it. If they don't, we won't. And eventually we might decide to make it more structured, and then we'll rename it to something else and start from one again. So that's the rundown.
Mm.
Should we start off then by taking a shot?
Yes.
We can.
We also need...
that'd be inappropriate.
Are we not doing any like drinking rules this time around? We're just casually drinking.
We're just casually drinking.
I'll do a drink for a donation.
I'll do that. Any
drink for donation. I'll drink anytime Charlie says something that makes me physically cringe, or if I say something that makes me physically cringe.
That's good, because that'll mean you'll be on the same drunk level as me for once.
Mm-hmm. All right. So
there's a definite lack of podcasts by people with nothing of value to say, and I'm glad that we're here to fill that void.
Mm.
Oh, I think at the beginning too, we should also talk each episode about what we are drinking for the night. Like we do in Birio.
Yeah.
So,
I have some Captain Morgan's original spiced rum with some orange juice, with a nice mixed drink here, and some Coke as a chaser for the shots. So it's pretty epic.
That's not bad. That's not bad. What are you drinking, Eck?
I've got a variety of whiskeys. I've got, well, I'll hold it up to the camera. I've got my Crown Royal. That this has been a few Birio carts and whatnot. I've got a brand new Canadian Club, which is also a whiskey. And then with that, I've got this little bottle of Canadian Club Rye that came with the Canadian Club. So I'm going to do that for my shot, I think.
Not bad, not bad.
The tech thing we really need for the next episode is having Charlie's webcam on Discord so we can see each other in real time.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Shall I can put on my other webcam for you guys.
That'd be very helpful.
Okay. Let me do that. Where's Discord? Turn on camera.
Discord changed their icon on mobile to like a different tone of blue, and it's terrible.
People are pissed about that. You know that, right?
I didn't know that, but they are right to be.
No, but like really pissed. It's not even about the blue. It's mostly about the
Yeah, turning on my webcam gave me
been replaced.
Why does Discord do this, man?
What is that picture there, Charlie? That's covering the hole in the wall. The holes in the walls.
Yeah, it's covering the
holes by just tape. Oh my god, that's
one's not even covered by anything.
No, that was the most recent one. I haven't got around to that one. But yeah, no.
What do you mean gotten around to it? You could like reach over at any point and just put up 3 pieces of tape over the hole.
Yeah, I lost the tape, and that picture frame's to hide another one. And
how about for 350, you take the picture frame down and show us? We hit that tonight.
I might have some screwdrivers around. I'll have a look. Yeah, okay. But yeah, and the picture itself is It's my secret plans on how to defeat my father. So, yeah,
Is that the picture? Isn't there like hair in there too?
No, I'm pretty sure I removed all the hair. I'm pretty sure, but yeah, no. Yeah, no, I'm getting bad memories. God damn, I was so drunk when that happened.
All right, let's do our shot.
Yeah, let's do that shot. And we also had a donation from Arabian Nights for $5. It says, call it Beerio Boys. I think that's a really good name. But we'll do a drink for you as well. But we'll do the first one first.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
All right. I'm gonna crush this cute little bottle of rye. All right. 3, 2, 1.
To Beerio Boys.
2012.
Ah!
It's really hard to drink one of those little bottles. It's like, ugh. But you just can't drink it. Like, it's like, I gotta get a straw or something. Ugh. Hurts my soul a little bit.
Yeah, I actually really like Beerio Boys. That's actually such a good name. I'm gonna keep that in the back of my head.
I made
it still
eye
just
contact.
sounds like Mario.
Yeah. I'm keeping the back of the head. I think EckToo Podcast is okay.
Yeah.
Until we're actually talking about something, then we might need a better name. If we want this to just be like for the hardcore EckToo fans, kind of like the same thing that Beerio was, then probably just stays at EckToo. But if we wanted it to be for people who actually don't know who we are and somehow for some reason wanted to listen to us, then it probably would be something else and rebooted.
Are you saying EckToo Podcast doesn't have widespread appeal, Cory?
Well, we wanted to rename EckToo itself, so
I don't think we're gonna rename EckToo. I think
we're not gonna, but it's
No.
come up that it's like the name's kind of weird, right?
Yeah, and I just want to point out that whenever that comes up, I am fully in favor of renaming.
Yeah, it's usually you that says it. That's why I'm comfortable bringing it up. Like if it was just Charlie saying like it should be renamed to Family Bovine 2 or something, then yeah, I wouldn't do it.
I was thinking for the pod. We were thinking for the podcast to call it XCast instead, but X head is already big enough as it is. It doesn't need to be any bigger. So we're just gonna call it EckToo Podcast.
For anyone who doesn't, this is a pretty historic moment because for anyone who doesn't watch the Beerio Kart streams, that's the first time Charlie's told like a little white lie that's like so nothing and believable that it's like we gotta have like a name for that, maybe like a counter.
But the only time we would ever
the counter of lies is called the EckToo Promises spreadsheet.
Maybe at some point today we gotta give a good review of that.
Review of it, yeah, because there's some that I want you to fulfill, Eck, as well. But
I'm gonna do the ones that I'm supposed to do.
I've only got one on there that's for me, and it's my green screen, which I will be doing once I have a better lighting situation. So it's mostly Charlie.
Oh my god.
Slim Runejim 21 donated $121.
Thank you, my man. Thank you for that massive donation.
This
Jesus.
is awesome, guys. Keep it
What was
going,
that?
making my little donation. May the force be with you.
Slim running Jim, I think it was.
Yeah, that's it. With
Donated, was that 120? Thank you for 121.21. Very epic.
Very appreciated.
Can you reread the message out too as well, Charlie?
Yeah, the man read it out, but he's let me get it up again. He said, "This is awesome, guys. Keep it going, making my little donation. May the force be with you." Thank you, my man.
Thank you very much.
Excuse me.
I mean, we have Kevin in the chat saying that D&D is something he wanted to get into, but needs to know people who like it. It sounds like a...
Yeah, Kevin, we could definitely... I think we should do not a Star Wars... We should just do like a regular D&D.
Regular D&D. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Like, I think like we should probably like dress up for it and stuff.
I mean, Scalp is really into it.
Yeah.
Into tabletop
stuff. 5-man D&D party? Is 5
Yeah,
good?
if we got a party of 4 and a GM, like that's standard, that's what you want. So
Mm-hmm.
we get Scalp and Kevin, like I don't want to sign them up for anything here, but
let's be
I feel
honest.
like
We've been dropped from the Star Wars circuit, so no, I'm joking. But yeah, that would be fun. Like I wanted like I think I could probably get Kelsey to paint my face green every episode.
That'd
As like
be
an
sick.
ogre or something.
I could get Fran.
No,
to
you should
paint
just
my
play
face
like
green.
an elf and paint your face green anyway.
I'm a racist elf. I've got ogre friends. It's not weird. An elf who's about to be cancelled on Twitter.
Oh, Matt, we got to do a big drink for Arabian Nights and
X
Slim
got a
Jims.
chug.
Right, let me do this.
Okay, I'll do that in like half an hour. I'll do my chug. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, is that agreeable? Okay.
All right. In the name of the Father,
Do a
the
drink,
Son, racist elves.
2012.
Amen.
Racist elf, man.
This is part of the reason this wouldn't work as just like an audio download, because then there's going to be like several points throughout the episode where it just goes really quiet because we're drinking.
Oh, I'm putting it up. I think we should still put it up just because you're leaving listens on the table if you're not. But
And don't want to leave those listens on the table.
I'm not expecting anyone to listen to it. But
No.
I mean, there'll be like one person who gets really into it, and I think for them alone,
Yeah, there's some people who don't have YouTube Premium. They want to listen to the podcast on the go, but they can't
that's
close the.
That's a great point.
We should.
Man,
Everyone
my
just get
YouTube's been
YouTube
really
Premium.
weird. Have any of you guys been having YouTube issues? I've been having this thing where like every time I do go into YouTube Studio, it asks me to verify that I'm who I say I am.
No.
And it's like I've got to like text my phone and stuff. And I checked. I've got no security like concerns or anything. Like I checked. I'm like as secure as possible. And it turns out that it's just like a curse that can get afflicted to YouTubers. And it's just like there's no way to solve it. It's just like every time now I'm gonna have to text my phone like 3 or 4 times a day just for the foreseeable future.
Oh my god, that sounds like shit. Yeah, no, thank you. What was we talking about before that? I forgot.
Nothing. We were talking about D&D.
Yeah. Oh,
And how X
yeah.
gonna do green face.
We got to do the massive.
It's not
shot.
racist.
It's not weird. It's not racist either.
We just did our shot. Yeah, I think a regular D&D would be fun. We could have Kevin on it. We could have Scalp. I'd love to get Scalp on, and that could even be like a podcast thing as well, where like once a month it's just a D&D episode. I don't know, just some thoughts.
Like
So-
Charlie, you've played regular D&D before, right?
Yeah.
And Ek, you haven't.
No, I haven't.
Yeah. Did IRL
I've just
D&D?
seen Stranger Things with the Demigorgon.
Yeah, like I've mostly played the Star Wars stuff. That's the only thing that I've gotten through campaigns in. It's like I've done a few sessions of regular D&D, but that was with real life friends, and then they have schedules and it just fell apart. That's the thing with all D&D and tabletop games; it just falls apart eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So should we tell the story of our Star Wars tabletop? And we're not sure whether it's going to continue or not. I'm still hoping, but it may not.
Tell this story as in like recount the plot of what's happened so far.
I mean
or-
basic, but yeah, also just like we basically made this with a few other YouTubers, Wasted Space and Captain Shack, good friends of the. I'm not gonna say friends of the podcast because they don't even know it exists, but friends of the channel.
friends of us as
and
individuals.
Yes, yeah, and we had this pretty epic Star Wars campaign going, and we got to the final episode, and then I think it's kind of my fault, right? Because didn't we first take a break because of the baby, because of my second kid, or I can't remember if we came back after
I think
that.
it was some. Actually,
No,
yeah.
'cause
I think we did come back.
Yeah.
It was around the holidays or something.
Yeah.
We were planning. We came back for the one episode.
Then there was that
then-
copyright thing, right?
Yeah, with Shaq is still recovering from, and I think it was just like he had so many tables to rebuild that this was one extra one too, and then it just kind of.
I will say
fell
it was
apart.
a really good story though, because we started it, just for context, when Squadron started in October.
Yeah.
Because we were tying it into our first tournament appearance as Twin Sun Squadron. So we made Twin Sun Squadron the game, which was pretty cool. And yeah, we had some cool moments. Like in the very first episode, Charlie had this amazing throw where. So we should probably introduce ourselves at some point in case anybody doesn't routinely watch the channel and finds us a different way. But Charlie had this amazing throw where, like, I probably watched the clip like 10 times. Where like his chance of doing it was probably like 2% or something, and he nailed it. He threw a spear across a hangar bay and hit a TIE fighter, and it blew up.
All right. I don't want to ruin this for you guys, but the role Shaq gave Charlie there was not that difficult. There was like a 50-50 chance it was going to work.
No,
Why
it
the
wasn't.
Why the fuck would you say you don't want to ruin it for us and then ruin it for us?
Yeah.
Well, I did want to ruin it for you.
Fucking inconsiderate, Corey.
Yeah, you can go to hell, Cory.
Fuck's
All
sake.
right, bye, guys.
Should we do,
No,
like, a
come
brief
back!
introduction,
You've
though?
ruined the layout,
Oh,
dude. It's not worth the joke, man. It's not worth the joke. Come back. Okay. There we go.
Oh no, he's in the layouts. Oh no. Okay,
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
But
Should we do a brief introduction though?
yes, let's do a brief introduction.
Okay, you want to introduce yourself, Charlie? Because you're kind of like you're the king of this episode at least. You're the host, I think.
Yes. Hello, everybody. My name is Charlie. I am the co-host and editor for EckToo. I also have my own channel, The Family Bovine, where I post whatever edits that I feel necessary throughout the year. And moving over to you, Eck.
My name is Justin. You might hear people call me Eck because I run a YouTube channel called Eckhart's Ladder. It's kind of epic. It's pretty epic. But I also run EckToo alongside Charlie and Cory. Hence the EckToo Podcast. And these guys are my BFFs.
And you own X3 as well, so.
I do have a third channel called Eck, which I haven't uploaded to.
Yeah,
But
you took the Xbox style of naming things, which I respect.
Yeah. It's gonna be the X series Eck next.
Cory.
I'm Cory. You may know me as the person that initiated the hot tub meta on Twitch. I'm also in season 3 of Friends as Ross's son, but now that career kind of fell apart, so now I do YouTube stuff and am a guest on Burial Cart.
Cory was gonna co-star in Joey as well, but I just didn't.
No, I turned that down. God, we were talking about the Friends reunion on the last Bureau, right?
Yeah.
Or was that something else? Or was that
No, that's true.
Stars?
We
It
did,
wasn't.
we did.
It was
Oh.
the last stream we did. Yes, Lars.
Yeah, so I watched the trailer. They put out a trailer for it like yesterday, and they all just look so old, and it made me
Yeah.
feel
Except
super
Jennifer
old.
Aniston's still fine.
But you were in Joey, though. Like, when they handed you the script and it said the one who gets sexually harassed, and you're like, nah, it's not for me.
The one where they meet Harvey Weinstein. Hey, I was in a movie. I've been in a couple of movies. Did you guys know that?
The Trailer Park Boys movie?
I was in one of the Trailer Park Boys movies for a minute, but I was also more prominently in the what was it called? Never Stop, Never Stopping.
Popstar?
Yeah, Popstar. So
Were you
the
at the
story for
concert?
no, I was at Jimmy Fallon. So back in the day, for some reason, I don't know why. Don't blame me for this. Kelsey she really liked Jimmy Fallon's show. We had a trip for New York planned, and like against all odds, I managed to secure Jimmy Fallon tickets, which is tough because like they're free, right? You just log on and you maybe get one, you maybe don't. I had like me and four of my buddies try to do it because that's like I just kind of known Kelsey for a while, so I was really trying back then. And we got the tickets, so we planned the trip, and we get there, and it was like kind of a boring show. Like I forget who the actual star was, but at the end, it was like it ended up being this recording for Popstar Never Stop, Never Stopping or whatever. And yeah, there's a scene like a medium shot with me and Kelsey. I have full mustache at the time. I was really skinny. It was a weird look. But yeah, I'm in there.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was in some local cable once in Niagara. So that's the thing.
Were you the guy in the at Niagara Falls, the guy in the barrel?
No, that was so that guy is like there's a few people that have done it, but one of them is like kind of a local legend. And there'll be like interviews with his family, like his descendants every year for anniversaries and stuff. I really don't like those people. So it like they used to be family friends and then just kind of all fell off.
So wait, you were family friends with the family of the barrel guy?
Well, everyone knows them. We're all from Chippewa for the most part, like the living ones, which is where James Cameron's from. But it's a really small village. Like Niagara Falls is only 50,000 people, and then Chippewa is kind of a village outside of it. So there's only a couple thousand people there. So like everyone knows each other. We all go to breakfast, same place on Sundays. So not church, breakfast specifically.
So how many degrees of separation do you have from James Cameron? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Continue your story.
Well, I don't think I'm that closely related to him.
No, but like, do you know somebody who knows him? You think?
Well, I used to live down the street from where he grew up, because there's like a little plaque for his house. I assume I know a bunch of people who knew him as a kid, at least, but yeah, there's very few people, so I got to know people who are. Like two then.
Yeah.
At most.
Yeah.
Well, would 1 degree of separation be me knowing him?
Yeah.
So yeah, that 2 to 4.
You might have been in the same place as him at some point.
I don't think he's been there for a long time. Like Chippewa likes to play up the fact that he's from there, but he doesn't give a fuck.
That's like Cole Harbour and Sidney Crosby. Like he comes back to Nova Scotia every summer and like he trains, but not in Cole Harbour. Like he goes somewhere nice. Like he goes on a lake. But like you drive to Cole Harbour and it's like, because there's like Sidney Crosby's from there, and Nathan McKinnon, who's like one of the best hockey players. They're both kind of from the Cole Harbour Dartmouth area, and you drive into Cole Harbour, the first thing you see is like home of Sidney Crosby. That'd just be really weird, don't you think? I heard some real stories about like Sidney Crosby in high school, because those guys are all. I mean, he didn't go to high school here, but he'd come back, and when you're like in like small town Canada, and Dartmouth isn't really a small town, or Halifax isn't really a small town, but in like Canada, if you're like a really big hockey player, like when you're that age, it's people like, pay attention, and it's a really easy way to get a big ego.
My aunt's father-in-law, or I guess my uncle's dad, was a pretty big NHL player back in the day, apparently. So he's like a big deal in Thunder Bay. And there can't be much going on in Thunder Bay, right? So maybe
I think Steven Stamkos is from Thunder Bay, but I'm not sure.
Eck, did you shave your beard?
No, I trimmed it a bit. But... yeah,
I can't believe
it's not coming in well. I'm gonna give it another few bit, but it's just not coming in well.
Actually, that'd be the grandpa of the cousin who listens to the podcast, at least Tabcap. So if you're here, hi Sam.
Can't believe it. And I showed you my center parting, and you ended up trimming your beard.
That's gross.
I'm still gonna give it. I just tried to make it a little less greasy. I'm still gonna give it like, I don't know, until quarantine's over, and then I'm gonna ask Kelsey straight up. So that I can grow a mustache really quickly. Obviously, I've shaved my mustache 3 times in the 4, 5, or 6 weeks that I've been growing the rest of my face, and like it comes in like this is like 2 weeks of growth, but my face itself. This is really compelling for the people listening on audio. My face itself, it takes a very long time to grow in. So.
Yeah. Well, don't. You can't afford to trim it. You have to like grow it out long and then get it trimmed down afterwards. That's what I do.
Yeah.
But
it's one that looks somewhat presentable, but yeah, I know.
I just wish I'd never had to shave and just didn't have facial hair. Just make it all go away.
Yeah, I could never imagine you with facial hair, Cory. It wouldn't make any sense.
I shaved like 6 hours ago, and I can already see, even in my webcam on Discord, just stubble coming in. I hate it.
Can you grow?
I don't understand why you won't give it a try. I can tell. I can see the stubble too. I don't understand why you won't try. Like,
I think it'd look really weird, and I feel really uncomfortable with whatever little amount that I have. Like in university, I'd go a few days without shaving sometimes, and I hated it. Like if I go until like 3 p.m. without shaving, I'll really feel it, and I just hate it. I run and shave.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I grew my beard at university and never shaved it since, because it was like it's just too good to have a beard, like because it's just makeup for men, as I mentioned before, and you can just falsify everything with it. So good. Yeah. I'm lucky to have it, because if I didn't have the beard, oof, I'd look awful. Like
You didn't look that bad when you shaved it.
Uh,
I mean, you looked bad, but it was because you looked
Yeah.
bad the night of because of the way you did it.
But if I clear the entire beard, you can't tell where my neck begins and my jaw ends. You know, so I just look like the Thumb from Spy Kids. the Thumb baddies. But yeah. So ever since then, I've just kept it. Although, like, sometimes this grows a bit too much. My mustache. I don't think I'd suit a power mustache at all. You do, Eck. I just don't think ginger mustaches work at all.
I don't usually have one, but like, because my mustache will grow in like just so quickly. It's probably the same as Cory, to be honest. He just is more careful about it. But it's like I'll be streaming and someone will be like, "Oh, Eck, you got a mustache." It's like, I shaved yesterday.
No, I do think the beard works, especially if you shape it down so it looks like, you know. I keep saying you could do the Omni-Man look.
Maybe, yeah, because I can get some double going and stuff.
We'll make a donation goal for one of the podcasts. I won't shave for 1 week, and then as long as we hit that goal, I'll just keep not shaving.
Ooh, I like that. So like, say we hit $200 or whatever it is for like 5 weeks, then you'll have the beard for 5 weeks.
Yeah, it has to go up a bit each time, or else then it's just I don't want it to stay forever.
Yeah.
Like, I think Dana would be perfectly fine with me growing facial hair or trying to. Well, I think she'd prefer like stubble or just a small amount of facial hair, but like max out at what you've got going on, Eck. But I don't think she'd want like full beard. And her dad has a full beard, so I'd feel weird if like the second time I meet him, I just show up at their house after they see me clean shaven, and like, oh, now I'm copying you.
See if she could steal some of his clothes, maybe. It's like, what's his favorite outfit?
Plus, like, when you're making out with someone, like your beard hair end up going up their nose or something like that. It's the worst.
Do you know that firsthand?
No.
From his dad, yeah.
just kiss around with my dad, you know, just fooling around.
I'm at the stage where my kids grab, like, August will reach up and just grab my like cheeks and go, "Daddy's beard," and just like pull it really hard. But like, it's good for raspberries or whatever.
My uncle used to have like a mullet, and I have to assume that we all did that to him, just with the mullet.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Kids love mullets.
I used to pull my dad's chest hair when I was about
16.
like 18. Yeah.
I knew where that joke was coming from.
No, but I used to pull his chest hair when I was a baby. And he hated it. That man loved not wearing a top when he was younger. It was weird. But you know, it was hot boy summer for like at least a good couple of years in the 90s.
What else are you gonna do
with this anymore?
Yeah,
I'm gonna finish this drink. I'm gonna go chug a beer. By the way.
Yeah, we got to do
You're
a
gonna go
chug
chug a
for
beer?
Slim Jims.
Wait, you've got to be. Wait, what did you say, Cory?
I said you're gonna go chug a beer. Or you're gonna go get a beer to chug.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna do it off camera. You guys will have to believe me.
Oh yeah.
Just comes back dribbling.
Right, I'm gonna go grow some facial hair.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, I'll go get it. Let's do a shot for.
And it's shaved. It was a great beer.
Let's do a shot for.
It was somebody's birthday.
Oh yeah, it was.
In the chat.
Turned 19 today, I think.
Yeah, who was that person?
Happy birthday,
Chris. It was Chris.
Chris.
Let's do a shot for Chris.
Chris's birthday. This one's for you, Chris. Happy 19th.
3, 2, 1. You can drink in Canada.
You can drink in Canada. Get shitter from here, pal.
All right, I'm gonna go get my drink. I'll be right back. You guys are gonna have to entertain without me. I'm so
that's so strong.
All right, so Charlie, what's the meanest thing X ever done to you?
The meanest thing Eck has ever done to me.
Or just your least favorite thing about him while he's gone.
My least favorite thing about Eck is
Either of the questions. You can answer either one.
He can be spontaneous with his anger. I feel.
He is a wrathful god.
Yeah. Most of the time, he's really, really nice. But then there'll be that one time where he's just in a bad mood. And I'm a poor judge of character. So when that comes about, it's when I least expect it. But then again, you know, I slept in during the squadrons thing, and I never felt the wrath of that. But 8 minutes late for Iberio. Did you?
Did you go back and listen to the first hour of that?
No, I listened to the first like 10 minutes, but it was never. It was only just like a backhanded insult.
Yeah, it mostly came up beforehand.
Of what? Sorry.
Of how angry.
We're talking about when Charlie missed the squadrons tournament.
Oh my god, I was pissed.
Yeah,
I want to show. Sorry. Yeah, no, I was pissed. There's nothing else.
Oh no.
Are you guys
I never
talking
got
generally
any
about
like,
my
oh, this
rage
is
though
it.
or something.
Hmm?
No.
You guys talking about how angry I am and how mean I am?
No. I say most of the time you're really nice, and but because I'm such a poor judge of character, I never know when you're in a bad mood.
It's hard with text because I'm also a very like I think you think I'm in a bad mood sometimes when I'm not, just because like I'm very, very busy during the day. Like I usually don't have my phone with me. I'm just with my kids, so it's like I'm slow responding, or like I'll give you like an okay.
I just don't like spamming in general, because usually the only time I spam you is when I need to confirm like a thumbnail design or like title.
Mm-hmm.
But
I want to show you guys this beer can, by the way, because I bought it because it kind of reminded me of like the EckToo logo.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm looking at it now, it's 8%. So kind of a mistake there. I was like,
I think
chances are I chug one beer tonight. So.
Fingers crossed.
I think I've kind of learned your schedule of like, I'll know if you're watching Imogen during a nap or something, because I'll see you load a game on Steam.
Yeah. That's usually
like, it's 2:30. X launching Civ.
Yeah, it's usually 3. So the way my day works is I wake up and then I usually take Imogen, she just like loves me, so she like is sleeping like on my lap while I'm on my computer chair for some reason. It's like the only place she'll fall asleep reliably 100% of the time. So like usually from like 12 till 2, 12 till 3. That's the first one. Or sorry, no, what am I saying? Am I drunk already? 11 to 1 or 11 till 2. And then usually 3 till 5. But trying to be more productive during those hours and get some work done. But Civ has been tempting me lately.
Yeah, we're going to lose you again, aren't we? Just like we did with...
No, I kind of have a rule where like if I'm going to play it, I'm going to stream it, or it'll be during one of Imogen's naps. So it's not really taking away from working time, but it is one of those games that's exceedingly dangerous.
Yeah. I'm trying to actively not play anything right now so I can focus on the channel and everything else I need to take care of. Because otherwise,
just playing like Ocarina of Time again.
Yeah, I've not picked it up, and I'm just trying to not play any games and just focus on the channel. Because otherwise, I will spend hours upon hours upon hours on it. Because like the problem with that game is that there's a mod called a randomizer, where every chest is randomized, so every playthrough is different. So, yeah, it can be.
It's not really different. It's just a different order that you're doing.
Yeah, it's a different order, but like you end up having to do loads of like hacky ways of trying to complete a mission because you don't have a particular item. So that can take up so much time because when you finish, you play it again. So yeah,
like I've been trying to make myself get better at like. Play a game if I want to, but stream it. Like, I'll think about how I have all this shit I need to do, and I'll sit there and try to force myself to do something. Like this afternoon, where I kind of just wanted to play Mass Effect. Like, if I do that, I'm procrastinating. But then I remembered that part of my job is streaming. So if I just say I'm gonna play for 2 hours plus to make sure it's like a worthwhile stream, and just stream it on Twitch, that's still technically working as long as I don't do it too much. But then
That's
I can like
literally
limit.
why I started EckToo, so I could
Yeah.
play Cyberpunk, and then that game sucked.
Yeah, that's where I go wrong. I play loads of games off stream, never stream it, which I need to. But,
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna play it anyway, it's like I don't know. I find too, since I stream so much, I just don't enjoy games the same way I used to. No game has really got me recently. Like Stellaris, sort of, but like even that, it's like no game is really kind of doing it for me. Like back in the day, I'd be like desperate to play a game. Like I wanted to be gaming all day, and when I was in school or whatever. But now it's just like whatever.
yeah, Breath of the
I
Wild
don't know,
was
I
the
think
last one.
City Skylines kind of got you that way.
Yeah, City Skylines did for sure. But yeah, I broke that, or I just got not even tired of it. It's just like you overdo something, I guess, or I made it work for a bit. That was like a good way to kill my interest in it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the other thing with streaming is like I still have League where I'll just play off stream, and that's kind of my game that I play to just play. I don't have to worry about people watching and judging or entertaining
Nacho
someone while I'm playing. It's just
478 donated $100.
sitting there staring at a screen.
What are we doing
hoping
to
I roll
Chaz's
a
Tinder
character I want
later?
to play in ARAM. But thank you, Nacho,
Oh
for
my
$100
God.
donation.
Yeah. Thank you, my
and
man.
He asks, "What are we doing with Charlie's Tinder later?" This is a good one. Do you want to explain? And then I'll once you're done explaining, I'll also do my chug because I'm late on it.
So if we hit the goal, what I will do is I will show the screen of Tinder, so you can use Tinder on desktop. I will. Yeah. So I will display my Tinder on desktop. You can see the people I've already messaged, the people I haven't messaged, the people who have liked me and I haven't liked them back, and then we can also pick and choose some of the swipes in my area. I don't know if you're allowed to do that on YouTube though. I think there must be some sort of privacy
kind of doxy for a lot of them.
Yeah, I think maybe we should do it off stream. Like, tell us, because I don't know how I feel about showing someone's face and stuff.
Yeah,
I
feel like
you
maybe
can somehow set it up that we can't see their face in picture.
Yeah, there is I can have it so I can hide so in the desktop version there's a panel with all of their photos and their description and stuff. So I can actually just modify like a black box so that can cover it. So you'll only see the very small profile picture.
Just make sure you're using studio mode on OBS so you can check that before you go live.
Yeah.
I don't want to dox anybody.
You don't necessarily dox people, but you do get the general area. So you know, you don't want to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
But there is a lot. There's a lot of profiles.
And
so like
chat's gonna help. And chat will help us like decide which messages to send and stuff, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, I could.
I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah. I mean, I know people have streamed their Tinders on YouTube before. But I'm not massive on.
All right, we'll talk it over when we get there.
Yeah.
If we get there.
If we
right
get
now,
there.
though, I'm gonna do the chug of beer. So this is it is a Pollyanna, which is a Northeast IPA. In French, that's an IPA du Nord-Est by Two Crows Brewing. So again, very
I
nice,
do like that background. That was like something we sent to Trutron when he was making the logo for us.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So somebody want to count me in? You
You
guys gonna do a shot as well?
Yep, for Nacho and Slim Jim. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
In the name of the Father, the Son, I'm down for not sharing Tinder. Amen.
Oh, not good. Murphy, come here. Come here, Murphy. Oh.
We did hit the Q&A thing, so I don't know if we want to pull some of the patron questions or whatever for...
Murphy, come here.
the general rule for the podcast, what we're going to do is Patreons and YouTube membership users, they will be able to submit questions ahead of time and they will be guaranteed to be read. And then we'll also have like a goal for Q&A questions for everyone that might get read throughout the stream and so on and so forth. So, I've got about like 9 separate questions from Patreon that I filtered out, and I've got their names associated to those questions. So
only read their first names because
just their usernames, not
okay.
their. Yeah. So Pumpkin276 says, "How is the ship donation project going?"
Oh, that's a good topic. Do you want me to cover that, Charlie?
Yeah. Because I've been keeping track of it too.
Okay. I just gotta get my bearings. So I've had this idea for a while, where I wanted to have some sort of ability to build a fleet when you guys donate, or when not podcast listeners necessarily, but although yes, podcast listeners, but also just whenever we're streaming or whatever. Charlie, I remember I talked to you about this like 2 years ago. Do you remember that?
It was it was during a time where we were even thinking about making a game as well. It was a very similar time.
Yeah, so the idea was basically you donate money and you get a ship, and then everyone who donates can sort of see their ship together in a fleet. So right now we've had donations from a bunch of people. Everyone who donated would get a ship, and the more you donate, kind of the larger ship you get. So that was kind of the genesis of the idea. And it got to a certain point, like 2 years ago, we weren't taking EckToo that seriously, but now we are. And we rely, I'd say we make like 80% of our income off donations for EckToo, if not more.
Back then or now?
No, now.
I'd say ad rev is now 50-50 with it. But in the last of 2020, it was 80%. Now it's gone down to 50%, I'd say.
Really? Okay, I'm gonna check right now just because I'm curious. I'm not gonna. I won't tell people exactly what we make. Obviously, I'm just to try to counter you, Trevor.
But I do.
Are you including like super chats with that, or like every donation? From
that's
all
actually a good.
Yeah, because even if we look at super chats, our super chats are near our ad revenue.
Okay.
And then
so donations
we get most of our donations from. Anyway,
apologies.
Either way, we rely on donations a lot. To make money on the YouTube channel, and plus it's also 2 of us, so Charlie and I get it, and then because we do most of the stuff, and then Cory also when he's on. Anyway, I really wanted to incentivize donations and also pay back in a way, the way that because you guys do donate and you get nothing in return other than Charlie punching a hole in the wall or whatever. So I contacted this guy, and we've been working for a while to make this really cool system, where every 2 weeks we build an EckToo fleet. You guys have probably seen on my YouTube channel on my other YouTube channel that I do size comparison videos. So I've taken all of the models that we've ever used for those size comparison videos, plus like probably 20 more, and we've gotten about, I think, 70 ships. And how it works is we've got different tiers. So there's a tier that's like 0 to 20, all the way up to like I think the top tier it's pretty high. It's one that like will very very rarely be reached. So the way it works is you donate, and you're randomly assigned a ship in whichever tier you get. So if you're in the first tier, you can get like a CR90. You get a GR75. You could get a bunch of ships. There's Halos, Star Wars, Mass Effect, Starship Troopers, just a bunch of crazy stuff. Warhammer 40,000, and it goes all the way up to like Super Star Destroyer size. Like you can get. I'm not gonna say this the largest ships because I kind of want them to be a surprise. And yeah, we've been working on that for a long time, and I'd say we're probably a week away from launch, at least in the beta stage, and yeah, it's pretty cool. So Nacho, I think, is the highest donator in the last 30 days, so he would definitely have crossed the line to get the largest ship. So yeah, every 2 weeks we're gonna restart it, hopefully on Thursdays right before Burial Cart.
And if I'm right as well, when somebody donates again, that attributes to their ship only. It doesn't duplicate. So they donate more, and then it pushes them over to the next threshold.
Yeah,
They
so you
just
can
get
move
that.
up
Yeah.
tiers. The only problem is we haven't found a way. I just don't think it's possible to group super chats and PayPal donations together. So if you donate through PayPal then through super chat, there'll be separate ships.
Yeah.
But I mean, some people probably prefer that. So you can roll a really cool one early on. Like you can roll Battlestar Galactica in tier 2, and there'll probably be some people who are just happy with that. But yeah, we've got a lot of future plans too that we might do. But I'm not talking about that right now. That's cool. Yeah, it's very expensive to put together.
The next one is from Red Paladin 42. Will you return to responding to suggestions section on the Discord? So that's where like people put suggestions, and then people can press yes or no to that suggestion and stuff. I've recently responded to a bunch of them, and I was going to respond again, but there wasn't enough to warrant a full new message. But I've
check them.
Yeah, we always check them, and I'm actually going to be, because last time we left it for like months, but this time I'm going to try and keep it to monthly and respond to all the most hard-hitting ones. Usually for emote suggestions, I'm not massive on like just adding way too many emotes. But yeah, usually stuff like that, if it gets an overwhelming agreement, mods usually just take care of that. So
yeah,
but yeah, last time I did it was back in April, and I plan to do it again before May is out. So yeah, we're back on that for sure.
Discords are hard to manage. Like I had to restart my Eckhart's Ladder Discord because I hadn't been on it for too long, and yeah, it's one of those things. It's like one thing about being a YouTuber is like, and Cory, you can probably definitely relate to this, is like
I am a
you start
YouTuber,
having-
that's true.
well, no, but you start having to. There's all these little things that start adding up, and like somebody told me about the term cognitive load, and like you end up just having all of these little things, and eventually you can't help but push some of them to the back. For me, that was my Discord. I just had too much shit to manage. Like I didn't have time or energy to take half an hour a day to like manage the Discord. And yeah.
Yeah, like it's something that's always kind of a weird line to walk, where like I've kind of progressed into my position now over 15 years. Like I got into online stuff through Thrawn's Revenge, and we had forums. I was super active on those, and then we made our Discord, and I was super active on that. But that's also still when it was just pure hobby. Any online content creation was pure hobby. Then like the more you get into doing the channel, so like a lot of your time on the computer, it's work, and the way you engage with the community, as much as like as one of the most fun things about what we do is the fact that we get to see how people respond to stuff we make. But when you're on a Discord or a message board that's being run by you for the content you're making, you're there kind of in the capacity of someone who is in charge of that thing. So it's not quite the same engaging with it as a creator versus as someone who's just there to have fun, because there is some responsibility for like making sure it's running properly, and that this is still kind of time that's designated for work, but you're also just kind of there to talk to people. So it is one of the harder things to say like, oh, I'm going to spend an hour here on Discord, when like people may join a Discord thinking, oh, I'm going to talk to this creator who I like, but it's not always reasonable to have that time. Yeah.
There's also like there's a couple of other factors. There's one, like something's gotta give. Like when you get busy enough, there's always something. And like for me, it's like a mix of what makes me the most money and what I enjoy doing. So like, for example, my YouTube channel makes me the most money by far. My other YouTube channel, so I spend a lot of time on that. But I also spend a lot of time on the Twin, I almost said Twin Sons podcast, on the Tapcap Transmissions podcast, which makes us literally no money. But I really enjoy doing. So it's like, eventually something is gonna drop. But there's also the fact that like, honestly, things become hard when they become work. Like when I started YouTube, like there are certain things that you feel like you're doing because you want to, and not like I don't want anyone to take it the wrong way. I love YouTube, and I love the community aspect. It's my favorite thing. But like there are certain things now that like when I was starting out, I didn't have to do. Like, I didn't have to check my Discord every day. I didn't have to respond to every comment. I didn't have to email sponsors or whatever. But like now that I'm a full-time YouTuber, it's like stuff I've got to do now. Like that alone, the fact that it's a requirement almost makes it harder in a a way.
Yeah.
I
Well, there's also an element of like what. Go ahead, Charlie. Sorry.
oh no,
you
you go,
said
you go,
anything yet.
you go.
Yeah, there's an element of like what benefits the most people as well. Like
Mhm.
the time that you spend talking on a Discord, you might still get the same kind of messages across as if you were to make a video on a topic. So like a good chunk of what I do now related to Discord, where I used to read almost every message in my Discord,
Yeah, me too.
but just there's so many people now that it's impossible. Where I'll kind of like skim through, get an idea of what people are talking about and what's confusing people, and that'll factor into what things I want to make a video on or talk about in a video later.
Mhm.
Because then that benefits everyone. It's something that I can just link to and show people, which some people might kind of take as like blowing them off to give them a video, but it's impossible to respond to everything. I can't respond to every DM anymore, even.
Yeah. No, for
And
sure.
it's just, yeah, you kind of got to figure out what's your
It's like an
best.
opportunity cost thing where
Yeah.
it's like you've got an hour, you can do something that 10,000 people will see, or you could do something that like 1,000 people will see. And like it sounds callous to put it that way, but it's like we're only human, and like we also have families and stuff, or friends, or like a personal life, or we just want to play video games or whatever.
Mm.
And like I already think like YouTubers especially push pretty far into that like boundary of crossing the personal life and the professional life. Like I'm always kind of on Charlie even more so. Like I know if I text Charlie to do something, like he'll do it. Um yeah, I don't know.
I'm on the clock.
What do you think,
aren't I?
Charlie? Yeah, you're always on the clock.
It is kind of bleeds into the next question, which was Pizza Maniacs, who said, how do you keep a balance of everyday life whilst making videos and streaming? It must be difficult. And that's the biggest issue I have is that, like, you know, after I've had my shower, I've like washed, and I'm walking to that office. I'm like, right, I'm gonna get so much done. I'm gonna rejuvenate all of like the merch store, the Patreon stuff, the videos. I'm gonna do all the community tab stuff. I sit there and I literally spent maybe about the best part of a day working on that comparisons video on Thrawn's Revenge, and I launched that at midnight, and I was just like, I'm too weak, and like just I just had to like rest, and then by then it was just done, you know, like. So I always think like I'm gonna get all of this done. It's gonna be so amazing, and then the day has ended and you've just done one thing, and it's just like, God damn it, like why? Like I wish I could do more. Yeah, so that's what I have an issue with. As for keeping like a balance for like my everyday life and stuff, maybe because it's maybe because it's COVID, but I don't right now. I really don't, and
Yeah, no.
part of it's my fault. I'm not gonna just completely blame it on the job. It's definitely there are parts of laziness for me, because it can be really difficult to just literally pull yourself up to do a video, and sometimes it's like you're working really hard, but you're only doing one thing, and that's it. You're not doing everything. But
yeah, we've all been there, I think. Like it's tough because, so for me, like I know I'm in a kind of different position because I've got 2 kids, and like my work-life balance comes from a personal sacrifice because I'm not willing to sacrifice time with my kids. Like I'm just not. Like I do YouTube so I can be home with them all day, and that's like the greatest thing about my channel, and like that's why I'm so thankful. Because my best buddy growing up, Michael, he had a kid the same time as I did with Kelsey's best friend actually, and just seeing like how different like the parental time off was. Like he got like a few weeks, and I've basically been on parental leave for like 3 years. And so like for me, my entire day is slotted for time with my kids, and my entire night is slotted for working every night. So like I don't take same with Cory and Charlie. Like I don't take a day off pretty much ever. But it's also kind of easier because like I really enjoy my job. Like I like being able to talk about Star Wars and to like play video games and like is playing Civ 6 for 3 hours working, like sort of, you know.
You
I don't
gave
know.
a good analogy in the sense that like you are having fun, but underlying it, it's still work. Which is, I know that probably sounds like a very foreign concept to people in chat, and even I used to believe that a lot back when I was doing Family Bovine. Like I would literally go into work with no sleep sometimes, barely any sleep because I was editing for on a Family Bovine video, and I'd be like, man, imagine if I was doing this full time. And when you stream for that amount of time and you're having fun, but it's underlying work, when you finish, it's like, you got to have fun again at this time tomorrow. And that sounds great, right? Like, okay, perfect. Then a year passes, and you're like, oh, like, and then you just find out you're always on the clock. Don't get me wrong, this is still a better job than anything else I've ever done. And I definitely think I try to be as grateful as possible for the role that I'm in, but sometimes it just catches you off guard, and you're like, "Hang on a second, is this really fun?"
Yeah.
Like,
like it's kind of the same concept as if you work in like a retail position. It's emotional labor, where like we're in a very privileged position in that we have this as our job. It's definitely the most fun thing you can do for a job. But at the same time, you do need to be at least presenting the image of having fun, especially for good streamers. Like for me, like if I'm in a bad mood, it's very easy to tell on my streams. And like if there'll be some days where I'm like getting up, I'll be in a reasonable mood, but then there'll just be like maybe one thing in chat that kind of triggers me, and I'll spend the whole stream just like fuming, but you can't present that, or else it's just
I do. Fuck.
yeah, I was gonna say that Eck is very noticeable.
Yeah, when I get mad, I'm just mad. It's a problem, but I do know what you mean, Cory.
I've got a little test for chat that you guys can do this at home, so you can kind of like try and figure out what it's like on your end. So usually before like I did streaming like as a job sort of thing, I used to be like, oh man, I could do the streaming thing. But then just check your behavior when you're playing a game for the past half an hour. You've probably been dead silent while playing the game, right? Okay, fair enough. If sometimes you might play a game and this is a bit cringy on my part, but like I'd have so much energy playing the game, I'd pretend like I was streaming. Like, oh wow, look at all my like over the top
I've done
mannerisms
that before, where I've thought about what I'd say if I were streaming right now.
Yeah, like all these over the top mannerisms. I'm having a lot of fun. I've got a lot of energy. Try that, and then I bet in 5 minutes' time you'll have forgotten it and just gone back to being silent. Try actively doing it for about 3-4 hours, and then try and feel it from that.
Even like if you're playing a game and then someone comes in and tries to have a conversation with you, like the entire time you're playing, you're having that conversation that's not necessarily about what the game is about, probably isn't about what the game's about, but you got to maintain reasonable enough play while also having that conversation with someone, rather than saying, fuck off, I'm playing a game right now.
I'd rather be a pure streamer than do what we do, which is streaming and videos, though.
Yeah, same here. I agree.
Time load. Like you have to be very consistently going with that.
If I could do 8 hours a day, so like what's that? What's 7 times 8? 56. If I could do 56 hours of streaming a week, I would do it in a heartbeat. But
my dream scenario is that we all play games together through video format, and even a lot of games where like only one person's playing. I really like that. But that would be a dream scenario. I'd also like to do skits, like live action sort of stuff, which we might be doing with the whole, recreating the emo pictures, going to the library, LA, that sort of thing. Yeah, I definitely like that. Like, don't get me wrong, I like the news videos, but it's not a personality-based type of content. I want it to. I don't want to just rely on Star Wars news ever again.
Yeah.
Um.
Should we move on to the next question, though, maybe?
Yeah. Let's move on to the next question.
Should we do a shot first?
Yeah, let's do a shot.
I just did one. Shit.
Nice.
Okay, that's all right. That's all right.
Well, the shit is that
We did. Hang on a sec. We did message it beforehand, Cory, that we were going to drink in unison. So I don't know why. Whatever.
That's white little line number 2. I'm gonna point all
Cory
these.
looks so mad.
Look, I should come clean. I didn't do the whole hot tub meta thing. I didn't start that. I was never in Joey.
No, the Joey one was true though.
No, sadly it wasn't.
All right, let's do a shot.
All right, let's do a shot. All right, here we go.
I'll drink some pop.
Yeah, I've got mine in pop. So.
Oh, one last thing, by the way. Streaming Sea of Thieves was some of the most easiest fucking thing on the channel ever. That's why we loved it so much.
I was good for the first 2 hours of each of those streams, and after that, I was like, "Are we fucking done yet?"
You guys ready? Right, 3, 2, 1, grog.
Like you guys were usually. We just start off relatively similar levels of drunk, but I usually like get to a point where I'll just maintain. And on those streams, you guys just kept fucking.
Oh my god,
up.
yeah.
Just
you
give
were
her a bide.
Like there were some streams, I think some of the earliest ones, where I would go to bed at like the 2 or 3 hour mark, and I'd get up, and it'd be like 9 hours in the stream, and you guys were still going.
Yeah, I remember that. There was one stream where we went for like 8.5 hours. Me and Eck, we were fucked. We were so fucked. That game was so easy to stream. Everything that we talked about doesn't count to Sea of Thieves because it was like you could interact with everything and everyone so easily in that goddamn game. The content just came to you when it was good.
I liked it at the time, but I had a limit of how much I could play that was much earlier than you guys. And I don't know. I definitely fell off that game a lot faster than you guys did.
I wish I loved it more. Like I wish we could.
Wish there was stuff to do in it because it's basically a 2 hour prep game, and then you're prepping for nothing.
I'm just into really collecting the resources.
Yeah, I know. And we got the cannonball batter.
I was always so like anal about that. I'd be like, Cory, there's a fucking there's a barrel near you. I didn't see you check that. Like,
we're gonna use it. If it was persistent, then I would have tried more with it. And I don't see how that game could be persistent resources the same way. But
season 3, maybe that'll be the one. Oh, sorry.
No, they've made it clear they don't want content in that game.
No, I know.
I don't know what to tell you.
I know something big is brewing though. They did, and a lot of people are theorizing, but whatever. Yeah. Next question. Oops, that's not it. That's the questions. There was one, but it was only to me, and so I'll probably leave that a bit later.
You just read it.
It was how did you go from uni with an art degree to a YouTuber? But I'll probably answer that when we're a bit more drunk. I don't want to have a question just to me. From Piers, will you look into the EckToo watch history? I thought I got rid of that one. Shit.
Let me do it right now.
No, don't.
Let me do it right now.
I didn't mean a fucking.
Somebody asked me to do it on stream the other day, and I refused.
No.
See, this way I can at least filter. See, it's a lot of things that I've watched. I've watched a lot of hockey videos.
Oh my god, no, don't.
What do we got?
Oh, hold on, no. Okay, never mind. I'm still logged into my account.
I'm just watching X webcam because I'm waiting.
Hold on, 2 seconds.
So
right off the bat, we got a Tarzan video. We got a Tarzan video and 2 Tintin videos. The man loves Tintin. I've never seen more Tintin videos than on this fucking
I watched more Tintin.
We've got 4 Angry Birds videos. Angry Birds. Let me read the titles for them. Angry Birds memes. This wasn't some big viral video. It had 1.9 thousand views. Less than 2,000 views. Then we had the next one was even better. The title was just Angry Birds Funny. Then we had the Angry Birds rap. And then we had another Angry Birds rap. We had a third Angry Birds rap. These are all watched all the way through. Oh my god. Then we're back to 3 more Tin videos. This one's called The Wall of Death. The Adventures of Tintin. That scene, as if like everybody fucking knows which scene the Tintin movie is referring to. Fuck. Beyond that, it's pretty.
Oh my god!
Just some smiling.
A lot
friends.
of Oni plays. I don't know who that is, but
it's a channel I usually watch on my chat.
Pretty normal though.
Oh, actually, I did go down a bit of a rabbit hole last night. That got me so scared. I was worried about going home. It's about like stories of the dark of the dark web, Silk Road, and it scared me.
In Silk Road, where they buy drugs, though.
Yeah, but like it was a whole breakdown of documentation the FBI had found of like the owner of Silk Road. Just
who made the video?
Barely Sociable.
Okay. I know a few of those. Sorry, go ahead.
Like Disrupt TV. It's the Disrupt TV guy, but yeah, the owner of Silk Road was just casually paying like $150,000 to have a hit on someone and shit like that. Like he was paying hitmen to kill people. It's like fuck. I'm scared.
But I mean, half of those like hitman sites on the dark web are they're just money laundering. Like not money laundering, they're just scams. Like they're
putting all their drug money into legit hitman money.
Yeah, no, they're just scams. Like it's just like, and you can like go to the Bitcoin wallets and you can see that like people have spent actual money, like fucking, like you're not getting a hitman.
No. You might get a copy of like Hitman 2 or something, but
there's a YouTuber called Mudahar, Some Ordinary Gamers.
Yeah,
really nice guy, by the way. But he had a series called Deep Web Browsing, where he like, well, as the name would suggest, just browse the deep web. I think he's at like 60 or 70 episodes, but there's always new hitman, always a new buy drugs, always new, conspiracy theory thing.
The difference being is that he doesn't play scary music for the entire thing, which gets me spooked.
No. Do you know Nexpo though? He's a good YouTuber.
Heard of him.
A good horror YouTuber. He's also really nice. But he does like the what are his videos called? He's got like one big series that like disturbing things from around the internet. Gets like 3 or 4 million views each episode.
Damn. That makes me think as well. The only time we'd ever change the name of EckToo is if we fucking stupidly released like 100 days in hardcore Minecraft and it does so well we have to rebrand everything.
There's no way Eck would ever, no matter how many views you throw at him, he would never become a Minecraft YouTuber.
I don't enjoy it enough. I tweeted about it the other day how much I am pissed off at.
Okay.
Do you guys know Luke the Notable? I think he was the one who started that 100 days trend. But he used to be a Halo YouTuber. Yeah, like he does like his 100 days. He's at 2,000 days in Minecraft. He put that out 5 months ago. It's at 42 million views. Holy fuck.
Look, if that actually happened, we'd have to shift everything to X3.
For 42 million views? Yeah, I know. Listen, I talk about bestiality for 42 million views.
Look, let's talk realistic numbers, right? We release that type of video, it gets like 100,000 views within the first week, and then the next one does this, just a similar views, and then the third one shows a pattern, and then we're like, okay, these have to be like, we have to keep pumping these out. Let's shift the recording, the streaming stuff to X3. Like, That's what we'd have
What
to
kind
do.
of videos are you talking about?
Like 100 days and fucking playing as Sonic in Minecraft or something like that.
At that point, I'd probably just be like, Charlie, like, listen, do what you want. You need to make money off it.
And then, yeah, I feel like you'd be like, look, you make those videos. I'm not touching it. I'm going to X3 and streaming Civ, okay?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, you gotta be flexible. There's a lot I would do for 100,000 views video. I mean, I don't know.
That's true.
Like, I could get 100,000 views. I could probably get 200,000 views a video on my channel if I covered certain topics. I just choose not to. Like, if I made every video, SJW, Kathleen Kennedy thing, I would get 200,000 views a video. But
yeah,
at some point, it's not worth it. But
and you'd get
if it's something harmless like Minecraft or whatever, sure.
Yeah. All right. So there's two others that I'll probably read a bit later on because like they're too specific. Mama said, if you had the best chefs in the world, what meal would you have?
Cory, I want to hear from you.
Hamburger.
Oh, why the fuck would I want a hamburger? Hamburgers are disgusting, but
This is fucked.
I'd probably go for some like surf and turf or something. Recently, Dana, like we've been trying to find new meals to make our lives less boring because that's like food is the only thing to care about or to look forward to in COVID.
So I got fat.
And so one of the things that she learned how to make was pad see ew, which I'd never tried before, which is really good. And I wasn't expecting to like it very much, but I love it. She made it yesterday, and we're gonna have it tomorrow for the leftovers. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So maybe that.
I think I'd personally do like if I had infinite money to hire a chef, it would be either like a really rare steak, like a was it Wagyu?
Wagyu beef.
Yeah. Or I would be like, make me the best type of white pizza you can make me with like olive oil and like all these fancy pepperonis and stuff. Or yeah.
Good choices.
Or Charlie?
7-Eleven pizza. no, I'd.
The man knows what he likes.
Nah, to be fair, fucking, this is such a disappointing answer, but fucking a real fucking huge breakfast waffle with golden syrup, just fucking caked in the entire thing, and it's from Waffle House.
But I feel like there's only a certain amount that you can improve on that, especially if you've got but it's from Waffle House. Like if you go to 2 Waffle Houses, you'll probably have like the top Waffle House can offer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know.
But like if you've got $1 million to spend on a personal chef,
it's easy for you guys to brush that off, but the UK never does breakfast waffles. They only do dessert ones, which are shit.
Breakfast waffles are really easy to make, dude. They're basically just thin pancakes.
What? Really?
I made sour cream waffles a few days ago or a few weeks ago, and it was great. I made sour cream pancakes today.
Waffles, Charlie, are usually just pancake batter.
Charlie, do you have a waffle iron?
No.
They are not expensive.
Make pancake batter and put it in a waffle iron. You have a waffle.
Not quite.
I mean,
that'd work, but it wouldn't quite be the same as if you made like a dedicated waffle recipe that has different.
But I mean, it's not that different. It's basically just like buttermilk.
No, it's the same basic ingredients, but like the ratios matter there. Kind of like Twitter.
I didn't know that. To be honest, I don't. To be honest, that's a blind spot for me. So I'm sorry.
Like I can send you the recipe I use, Charlie, that I found for sour cream waffles. It's great. You just make that.
Not sour cream. I just want breakfast ones.
Yeah,
sour cream is
breakfast.
Is that breakfast?
It's breakfast waffles. It's just they're much better with sour cream.
Dude, the sour cream glazed Timbits from Tim Hortons are way underrated.
Yeah, that's the best. That's the best donut. We made sour cream donuts ourselves at home. It was fantastic. Like I know just hearing sour cream makes stuff sound weird, but sour cream waffles, sour cream pancakes, they're fantastic.
It's the glaze. But yeah, it's really good. Should we tackle the next question though, Charles?
Yeah. So the next one is from a Mobilizer 418 saying, "When is the SSD Rampage finale coming?" And
It's dead. It's dead. The series is dead.
Actually,
no, it's dead. Look, Charlie's gonna keep telling you, "Oh, I've got the finale planned. We've got a whole team of Pixar animators on it. It's gonna be fully voiced. Every voice is gonna be done by Justin Timberlake." It's not happening. The series is never happening. It's over.
I can see fucking X fat little fingers hitting his soundboard with the wasted thing.
Look at my fingers, fat.
It's fucking sweaty gorilla fingers fucking pressing on his little stream deck. I would have fallen for that if I didn't see you reach out for it like a monkey going for a banana. But yeah, no. Cory was right for most of it. I had something going, and then I forgot about it, and now I've got something back, and it's really good. We've got some.
Yeah, what about the Fallen Order video?
I got some updates on that, which I can.
Okay, what are they?
I got the cow rotation stuff that I wanted for transition.
Okay, but how close the video to being done?
I haven't touched it. It goes in waves. I get loads of it done, and then I don't touch it for a while.
The last time I talked to you though, you were like, "Yeah, I restarted. There's not much done."
No. The beginning part I did a lot of restarting because I didn't know how I wanted to approach it. But now I've got through it. The problem is that like I do a fucking video and then I'm like, fucking, I don't want to jump onto another one, but I need to.
So how many minutes of usable edits do you have?
About 3 minutes, dude.
That's crazy.
Look, I'm not gonna give you an update until it's done.
Okay.
Because otherwise I'll give you updates. You'll be like, that's great, can't wait for it, and then I won't touch it for ages.
Okay.
But the SSD Rampage stuff, I have what's his name, Connor, working with me on it, which is going to be really cool.
Okay.
Because yeah, but that is the finale. Okay. And that's the problem. I keep saying, like, there's so much I want to do. I get a fucking video out and then I'm knackered. Just people silent. God damn it.
That's crazy.
By the way, chat, we will be reading out some questions that you guys have now for the podcast. So now I'm happy to throw it over to everyone in chat if they have any questions they want to ask. We did have another two, which I'd probably leave until we're more drunk, which was Camburglar, funniest monkey video you ever watched, and Red Paladin bringing up the fact that on the promise chart, I was supposed to recreate the cum chalice video.
Wait, what?
You know where like the video where he's just like, congratulations on pirating Warcraft 3, and then he drinks from a chalice.
No, I don't know that.
And then he drinks a glass of milk. And people... You do know that because it was in my search history for ages.
I didn't... Oh, yeah. No, I saw it, but I didn't watch it. I saw it in your history.
Yeah. It's not even that bad. It's just they memed it to sound like it's bad, but it's not.
What's your guys' favorite classic YouTube video?
Favorite class of YouTube video?
Classic, no classic.
Oh,
classic. Classic.
I got a few. I like what you guys are thinking. Fat Guy Breaks Chair is a classic. The guy, they loosen the boss's screws on his chair and he leans back and it breaks. That one is really good. I really like what's it? I don't know what the name of it is, but it's like my new haircut, where it's like me and my boys, we got the same fucking haircut. We're getting some fucking pussy tonight. You guys ever see that one?
I haven't seen that one though.
No.
Not now, chief. Not now, chief. I'm in the fucking zone. I like the boom headshot video, and I like the bum guy. The bum fights guy goes on Dr. Phil. Have you guys ever seen that?
No,
I haven't seen that one. Wait, how old is that one? That one sounds more recent.
No, that's old.
Is that old?
Yeah. Bum fights, Dr. Phil. It is from 14 years ago. So
Really?
2006. December 12th, 2006. About as classic as it gets.
There was some that I watched recently that were old school videos. I've forgotten though. The one that actually not one that I think is a classic but scared me way too much was the Hey Walter, Meet My Girlfriend video. Do you remember that? That one was
No.
really fucking creepy, and it was fake, but it was so believable that police got involved because they thought it was real. Just like a guy had kidnapped a woman or something like that, and he was just like fucking off his nut. But it was just a fake video.
That's that one.
Yeah, that one scared me. I got to say, German kid losing his shit and smashing his keyboard. That's a great classic
That's a good
favorite
one.
of mine.
I like the WoW Warcraft freak out as well.
Yeah.
Which was similar. But the guy
That's
just
such a
wrote
good one, especially when he like shoves the shoe up his ass.
It's the remote, the TV remote.
Oh, the remote. That was it. Yeah, the remote.
Although that ended up being fake. That's like a case where like that guy could have made so much money off YouTube
Yeah.
because like it was fake, and they tried to make a series out of it, but like they weren't. Because that's basically what McJuggernuggets was, like fake rage videos, right?
Yeah, Rooster Teeth. Like, is that the same guy?
Michael?
Yeah, Michael.
No, it's not.
That I watched one of his really old ones recently. His Rage Quit Fable 3 video, and it was like just 2.5 minutes of him going mad over something you couldn't jump over, and it had like 3 million views, which was massive back then.
Yeah, well, he did that before he joined Rooster Teeth, I think. And
Yeah.
then they picked him up because those videos were really hot for a while.
Yeah, it was Crackdown was his big thing, and
Oh
then,
yeah,
Yeah.
classic.
there was something I watched recently that like I'd seen it a long time ago, and I thought it was a bigger deal than it was. But if you know Cody Johnston from Cracked at the time, and now he does a bunch of podcasts and some more news. But he did a bunch of videos called Game Helping Squad, and I think that was how he got into Cracked. And I really loved those, but when I went and watched them a few months ago, they were only at like 20K views.
Like I found a diamond in the rough here.
Is it a Ray William Johnson video?
Jesus, he's on TikTok now, right?
Yeah.
Is he
He's a
popular?
weird
He must be
man.
like, what is he, like 40 now? Because he was popular like
At
15 years
least.
ago, or like 13 years ago.
Yeah.
He was dating a girl that I had a massive crush on, so I was always jealous of him. Mika Kitty, do you remember that YouTuber? No G1.
No.
She's a musician now, and I know music shit.
I used to watch what was it called back in the day? Oh, Tobuscus. Do you ever watch that guy?
Is it like
Awful.
epic cute fail? Like,
Yeah. Well, no, I used to
Yeah.
watch his vlog channel because I used to really like vlogs back in the day. Just like, especially, I wanted to be well, I thought it was cool that like all these people were YouTubers. I didn't watch his content, but I watched like his vlogs. Because back in the day, you'd have like 6 channels. You'd have like your content channel, your vlogging channel, your
Yeah.
gaming channel, your second vlogging channel, your ranting channel. I remember I just thought his life was really interesting because he was a full-time YouTuber back then when like there weren't that many YouTubers. You know what I mean?
There were those videos that were around for a long time, and I think like the Vlog Brothers kind of started them, where it would be because you could do the video annotations where you'd click and go between videos, and they'd set
Yeah.
up like multiple choice stuff,
The date with
and that was
Markiplier.
big for a while. But then they just
Yeah.
killed that
They
off.
killed annotations, yeah.
There was a vlog that I used to watch, which I'm not super proud of. I used to watch Sam Pepper vlogs.
Wasn't he like a rapist or something?
Yeah, I
Well,
stopped watching.
so
I
is
stopped
Tobuscus, right?
Yeah.
I think Tobuscus ended up pretty reasonably defending himself.
Yeah, I remember that. I it was fishy. I mean, not to go too deep into it, but it was odd from the start. But,
I used to watch a vlog called CTFXC, and they were like, all they did was they were vloggers. Like they were the first like I think the guy who runs it, his name is Charles. He has like he's got like the Guinness World Record for most continuous days vlogging, where I think he's at like, what is he at now?
Jeez.
Kind of curious. Let's see. So he's been doing daily vlogs since, okay, he's got 3,653 days of videos.
Jeez.
Continuous. He hasn't missed a single day. And he had brain cancer for a while. I think he still does. But the weird thing about him is he's had three wives or fiancés, and they've all been named Allie. They've all had the name Allie. So he had his first girl named Allie that he used to date when he started. Then he married somebody else named Allie. He broke up with her, which was like a big thing on YouTube because they were vloggers, right? And then he got a new wife named Allie. I don't know 3 people named Allie.
It sounds like he knows his way around Depol.
But yeah, I don't know if he's still got his like I don't know if he's still got his brain tumor. Like it was a pretty like it was a I remember when he got it, it was a big thing. Like I stopped watching in like probably 2011 or whatever. But yeah, he got his brain tumor and it was like I think it was fatal. Like he I don't think he'll ever recover from it.
Yeah, I stopped watching Sam after the accusations, but mostly contribute to the fact that he stopped uploading when it happened.
Right.
But I was more interested in the fact that he was a British guy living in like LA, and I was just like, that was something I always wanted to do when I was younger. Back when I
think
thought
of all
LA
the
was
7-Elevens
cool.
there with all the pizza you could eat.
Yeah,
Well, that's where he ate the pizza. Was in LA.
He always used to get cheese grills with grilled cheeses with a pickle. I was like, I could be like that, but then I realized like LA is just shit, so kind of like broke the illusion for me.
I really liked Epic Mealtime back in the day.
Yeah, what Matt?
Yeah, I remember that.
The last time I saw
their channel
him,
fell. I get more monthly views than they do now. Which is...
Yeah, the channel's fully dead. I think it's just because they stopped uploading though.
No,
what was the microwave channel called? The one that did, is it okay to microwave, or is it a good idea to microwave this?
Yeah, I know
Will
the
It
channel
Blend?
you're talking about. Yeah.
No, there was Will It Blend, which is it's a subgenre of kitchen appliances doing stuff with things they shouldn't be doing. But
actually, yeah, the guy who run
Don't breathe this.
the guy who ran Epic Mealtime, he ended up actually going into film. Because I remember he was in.
They never stopped uploading though. Their videos people just stopped watching it. Like,
oh, I see.
Like they still upload 1 or 2 times a week. It's just their videos will hit like 100K if they're having a good video.
He was in.
Harley follows me on Twitter. He's a nice. I message him too. He's a nice guy.
He was in one of my favorite films, The Big Short. He's actually in that film. But he's only like got a small part in it. So FPS Russia, I think, got banned, didn't he? Like he got because he was like gun usage.
Jail, I thought, for a while.
Because he thought he was playing a video game, but it ended up being real life.
No, I think FPS Russia went to jail for like something gun related.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. Philip DeFranco covered that.
How many mostly naked women were on that thumbnail?
Dude, Philip DeFranco pisses me off so much. I feel like I'm always complaining about Philip. I like his content, but he can be kind of insufferable.
Yeah, it's weird because it's like I do like his content, but anything whenever he's not talking about the news, I just switch off. Especially when
I just feel like, sorry.
Yeah, no, you go.
I just feel like for me it's the like literally every third video he's complaining about how YouTube is going to suppress this video. YouTube will suppress this video. Make sure you know, if you're watching it, watch all the way through because YouTube's going to suppress it. But if you look at his views, it's like every single video he gets. I did this thing where I checked for the past like 2 years. I just scrolled through and he had every single video within this threshold of like 800,000 to like 1.2 million. And just like, it just drives me crazy when YouTubers complain about like being suppressed and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, I get whenever he complains, I try to kind of think of the fact that like he wants to make a news station style of content, and that it's just not possible because YouTube has arbitrary demonetization systems that just actually do prevent big news from being covered. You know, like, do you remember the time where like they would demonetize videos if you talked about coronavirus? Like, there was a good time about that, and people couldn't say the word. So I
think
kind
people
of get
over exaggerate
that
it though, because like in my career, I've had maybe 2 videos demonetized, and one was called the festering jizz box. That
There
video got
was.
demonetized.
Did you guys ever watch any like SourceFed stuff or
Yes.
Joe
Oh,
Beretta?
yeah.
Because like that kind of all collapsed, and one of
Yes.
the only things I've watched with Philip DeFranco in the last few years was he had one of his podcast episodes with Joe Beretta,
Yep.
and like it seemed like it was the first time that they'd spoken in probably years, at least since Joe left SourceFed, and there was a bunch of stuff like that they were not on good terms. So
It was over Lee Newton.
that was interesting.
I just find there's a lot about Philip DeFranco that I feel is really sketchy. Like, okay, for one thing, the dude does like the dude does 2 sponsored ads per video, and like, listen, that's completely in his right. But I will say, for somebody his size, where he's averaging 1 million views per video, he's probably making 30 grand per video off of sponsored ads alone, like, or more. He also did this big thing where he wanted to start this independent news outlet, and like, I get that, that's cool. He moves it all over to Patreon and keeps it largely hidden, and like, we all know he's making like a lot of money on Patreon, and he keeps it very hidden, and it's like he's making a shitload in views, and like, I just feel like for the quality of his shows, like, I don't know, like I don't know. I get some bad vibes from it, I guess, is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
What was the...
And the SourceFed thing gave me some bad vibes as well.
Yeah, that had a massive fallout as well, because like Lee Newton, who was one of the big 3, they all dumped her for no reason, like for reasons they won't tell. And like, there was a video of her like literally crying, being like, why have they done this to me, yada yada. And we just don't know why they did it, and it's just like, it's fucking sus.
I don't think Lee came up much in the interview with Joe. It was largely just like Philip ignoring them and just kind of shutting them down.
Well, he sold that side of the company, didn't he? So he was like, well, I'm done with this now.
I feel like large YouTubers are often really misleading about how much money they make. And like, especially Twitch streamers too, actually, not just YouTubers. Like the fact that like you go into like Hassan's stream and he's got a fucking sub goal of like,
I heard about that.
40,000 subs. 40,000 subs or whatever he's got means he's making over $100,000 a month. If you're making $100,000 a month off subs alone and probably making over $1 million a month, why the fuck do you have a sub goal? And like, this is something I tweeted about the other day, like where fucking these big streamers like XQC are partnering with fucking gambling websites. Like XQC guaranteed probably makes over $20-30 million a year. So to make an extra like $500,000 for a sponsored stream or whatever, like if you do a sponsored gambling stream and you're XQC and you've got 50,000 people watching you, you're gonna fuck somebody's life up.
Yeah.
Like somebody who watches your stream is going to become addicted to gambling. You're gonna fuck their life up. Is that really worth money that you'll probably never really notice?
It was Trainwreck's stream. Sorry, go on.
Yeah.
No, XQC did a sponsored one as well.
Yeah, I know.
I know Trainwreck did one, but yeah.
Fucking horrendous. He lost $1 million in that stream.
I know. And the thing is, he doesn't give a shit because he can lose $1 million. And like, that should be enlightening to how much these big streamers make, where they can lose $1 million and they'll be fine. So like, before you're donating this to one of these big streamers who are, you know, like have a sub goal up and you know they're making 7 figures a month, like, think about it.
Like, it always pisses me off how much larger YouTubers especially will kind of downplay their own social responsibility with their platforms while trying to hold like other outlets to task and say like, oh, I'm the little guy getting held down by this other company that I probably personally make more money than their entire company per year.
Mhm.
And they have such a like YouTube, Twitch streamers, it is a hugely parasocial thing where they are creating such a strong link or such a strong influence, like relative to what you'd expect for other stuff, with the people watching them, with their hardcore audience, that like it. You can't just say, "Oh, I'm just some guy who happens to be streaming," and then like absolve yourself of any responsibility for your
Yep.
actions. It fucking pisses me off.
Yeah, it's like you've got some form of responsibility, especially where like these Twitch streamers are, whether you put like this is an 18+ stream or not, which most of them don't do anyway. These Twitch streamers are being watched by children, or these YouTube videos are being like, I don't know.
million percent. Yeah. So what does this website want to be? And whatever it is, it's certainly something I don't want to be a part of anymore.
Yeah.
You know, like gambling streams is a big one, and then whatever opinions people have on the hot tub streams, whether you like it or not, that's a part of the conversation as well. It's just like something I don't know if I feel I can't fathom or justify or even quantify like Amazon's decision making on what they're wanting to do with Twitch. You know, most of the original company owners and people who worked on Justin TV are gone now. So, you know, and then you've got staff that are using their power to try and get with female streamers that way as well. And then you've got just randomly demonetizing some of the biggest female content creators on that platform. Yes, they're towing the line, but without telling them. Imagine if YouTube did something like that. Fuck me, like that. There'd be hell to pay if like they just decided to stop turn off monetization for a big female content creator. You know, like Twitch gets away with a lot, even though like but
Twitch kind of sucks.
Somebody did say to counter the Hassan thing, which I know like. Hassan originally put it up as like, oh, so people know how much he's making. They can kind of.
But listen, you can put subs up without a sub goal. He puts a sub goal up.
Yeah.
You can have it so just count sub. I find it very hard to believe that somebody with tens of thousands of active subs can't go into Streamlabs and get just a sub count without a sub goal. Listen, it's like all these people. It's really easy to talk about, and like Hassan, for example. I don't have anything against the guy, but he talks a lot about, you know, progressivism and shit, when like he's making millions of dollars a month. Like all these streamers are making millions of dollars a month, and I just don't get it, because for me, I make a good amount of money, and like I'm at the point where it just doesn't make sense. Like if you there's a certain point where like you're making more money than you will ever use in your life, and like it like Ninja, for example, he's like, I don't know. I just have a problem with a lot of these like uber rich streamers who are like, because they're getting you're largely getting rich on Twitch and YouTube off of and when you're uber rich, you're largely getting rich off your audience. And at a certain point, and I've seen a lot of streamers do this, like I think Alinity does this and like others, they like, I'm just gonna donate any money that I make now because I'm loaded beyond belief. Like or like donate a portion of it, you know.
Like I've thought of at what point would I just like shut down my Patreon, or would I would I turn off ads rather than Patreon? But like I try to conceptualize like at what point am I just making too much money, and what is the best way to make sure that I either get that back to people who would either need it more or not take it from people who need it more.
I have ran through that in my head a lot. Like it'd be for me, like I don't spend a lot. I'm not a big spender. I'm still a bit of a miser to this day. But like what I would want to do, and I've talked about it in previous streams, if there was ever a time where EckToo was to ever earn that level of money, it'd be a reinvestment program for me. So there'd be two levels of reinvestment. I don't like reinvesting money earned from the channel, like the majority of it, if it's for my own gain. But if it was to reinvest into something cool that I really want to do and put out there, like if I was earning 100,000 a month, I'd probably fucking put a fuck ton of money into making like a Legend of Zelda ROM hack. I'd want to do that so bad, and I'd pay the money for it. Like I'd want to create something to put out there for people to play or use, like whether it be like an animated series or a game or a ROM hack, whatever. I'd want to make that without a doubt.
There's a lot of difference too. Like there's a lot of there's also a lot of YouTubers who are like very well off. Like YouTubers making hundreds of $1,000s a year, or Twitch streamers making hundreds of $1,000s a year, versus like these upper like 1% who are making literally like tens of millions of dollars a year. Like, and these like these rich Twitch streamers, like, listen, I'll break it down for you. These rich Twitch streamers will do a sponsored stream and they'll make 6 figures. They'll make a year's worth of salary by doing a sponsored Fortnite stream or whatever. Like when you're making that much money, like, why? I guess.
Yeah. Even for some of the like higher, not super high end, but higher end, there is an element of like this career doesn't last long.
Yeah.
Like you're making that money for a short amount of time, but some of those people are making the amount that would cover their lifetimes in 1 year.
Yeah.
And like it's no longer a consideration for them. If someone's making a couple $100,000 a year, like that is a lot of money, but that's also kind of got to cover probably a good few years
of career, maybe, if you're lucky.
Yeah. Like
that's a good point. Yeah.
It's kind of like the NFL, where a lot of players make a lot of money and then they go broke because they don't learn how to manage the money and they don't have the same job training to get into other things. And like Chris Kluwe was kind of big on running stuff for that.
That's a really good point.
And like there's no like Star Wars YouTuber, for example, who's like unless it like this is literally like the 1% I'm talking about, and there's very few people covering fandom, for example, that would fall into that category. Because let's be honest, it's just like Cory said, it's like say you're making $200,000 a year, which is a shitload of money as a YouTuber. Say you're making $200,000 a year, you're gonna have your career for 10 years if you're lucky. YouTube's not gonna be around forever, and even if it is, you're not gonna be popular forever. You gotta fund the rest of your life, and if you ever need to find another job, you're gonna have a 10-year gap in your resume where you're just kind of fucked. So, like for me, I'm taking off being a lawyer to do this. So it's like I'm never going to apologize for doing sponsored videos or whatever, because I need to make as much money as I can while I can, and same with these guys as well.
I do something dumb like facilitate a lot of my friends, and be like, look, you don't have to work anymore. Let me help you, sort of thing, and then that will fucking bite me in the ass when the whole job goes under. Yeah.
If I could like pay the Edge of Despair people and do a lot of tabletop stuff, running that series at kind of a loss, but still paying my friends like a reasonable wage to do those things, that would be my main reason for wanting to make more than what I would want to use. But
yeah, for me, it's like the Squadron Storm. Like I'm gonna lose money on that, and if I were making like streamer money, like you know, if I were making 7 or 8 figures a year, like I would do a lot more things like that. I would do like a lot more fan films and stuff, or like I would be able to pay Charlie a lot more.
I'm kind of terrified on a constant basis as a relatively small channel that's able to be full-time way before most channels can be. Like usually you need to have 100,000 subs plus, and that's kind of the you can start thinking about being full-time thing. And like I've been doing this full-time for 4 years at like the lowest possible end of viewership that could sustain that, and I have really no other career prospects, so it's terrifying sometimes.
Going to coding, bro. I could be out of that. I could be out of that job for about another 3 years, and I could still probably find a job.
Yeah, like I was applying for like college stuff, and I've even thought about going back and doing my master's, but then it's still like history and poli-sci, which I'm equally unemployable at that point. But
yeah, I am rusty, so because I came out of that job pretty much being a full stack developer, knowing a lot of the back end and front end development systems. But now I would say an early front end dev now.
$100.
Oh
Gotta
my
keep
god!
Cory fed.
Oh my god! A
Thank you, Nacho.
The $100 donation.
Jesus.
Gotta keep Cory fed. I'm downing a whole drink for you for that one, Nacho. And we
Thank you,
also
Nacho.
had our Arabian Night with $5, which we missed about 25 minutes ago. I'm really sorry, pal, if you're still here. He said, so how's that Stellaris Gigastructures 25 times Crisis playthrough coming? We've tweaked that. Yeah, we've tweaked it to be a bit more manageable now. But yeah, Nacho, this one's for you, my man. I love you. Thanks for helping me have food on the table, because if you thought last month's invoice was bad, whew, this one's going to be even worse.
Go.
That's why, like, I kind of want to do more streams of like programming for mod stuff, and then I've even thought about like I've kind of watched some Unity tutorials, just doing the stuff in those, recording myself, and kind of talking about that, and just do like game dev content, and then eventually game dev, because that's a bit more open-ended.
Yeah.
But like being an indie dev is not easy. It's not reliable. We have such a huge leg up if we got into something like that, just having the advertising. Because like as a YouTuber, the first thing that happens when you get over a certain amount of subs is your email inbox gets flooded with indie devs who have no other real way to get the word out on their games.
Mm-hmm.
That's so true.
That's why I have an issue with Dex, who I'm seeing this weekend actually. Dexter Manning was a big YouTuber back in the day, an OG one if anything. Sanity not included and whatnot. Some chat will probably know that series. He was a big YouTuber, now voices for Looper and a lot of like Snapchat story stuff. Now he's moved into game dev now that his channel is just not generating the views that he wants it to. But the man, and I worked with him on Flappertron for a while. I was the programmer. Then I moved to an advisory position and then let him handle the rest from that point onwards. The man refuses to learn code and or any form of art or 3D modeling, 2D concept art. He just wants a managerial role, and I guarantee you.
But I mean, that's what I would be like too.
I guarantee you, like, without having at least a core understanding of art assets, how it functions through a game engine, how a game engine is supposed to accept them, manage them, function with them. Unless you have a core understanding of that, you will be a liability rather than an asset. And that's what I fear.
Well, I don't know. I don't agree because he's doing one thing, probably providing money. Like, if I were to make a game, I've got no skill. You know what I mean?
You'd have to hire a manager on to do that job for you. You couldn't. You'd be offering the money.
You hire a team, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know. If I were to make an Eckhart's Ladder game, like, I'd be providing all the money. I would want some degree of oversight, but like, I've got nothing to do with coding or art or music or whatever.
Yeah, but he's a lot more involved.
Same with the tournament.
He's a lot more involved than I think that you would want to be in. You'd have the proposition, the idea, the concept, and then you'd have more of a hands-off approach, like what you're doing with Randy on the donation system. He's really grounded into the project, but doesn't necessarily know the engine inside out. And that was something that was vital for the Oxcast game.
Spaces Big donated $5.
Like, one of the biggest things with modding is that people will always be so many transferable community and say they have an idea and they want to be the idea guy on a team, or they'll try to join an established mod team as an idea guy and not have any idea how the game. This is especially important with modding because you're limited by what, like with game dev, you can have like game designers who don't have quite the same technical skills, who might block things out as like almost a pen and paper game, or just have the design principles. But you can't really do that as much with modding because you have to design within the specific technical limitations of what the game does. But you'll see a lot of people who say like, oh, I have an idea. Let's do a KOTOR mod for EAW. Why doesn't everyone want to jump on my team and make all my stuff for me? Like there's
Yeah.
literally no such thing as an ideas guy in modding.
Yeah, unless you've got money, which like modding doesn't usually involve money like that. It's like being an idea guy is useless. It's like
It is. So I know I had like some people like disagreeing with me, but like it is some, you got to know the nuances of your game, the ins and outs, and how it works in each branch of what it requires to make that game. Maybe for music and stuff like that. Like obviously I'm not much of a musician, so I probably am not as helpful there. But like it could be as simple as a thing where an artist, I'm the communicator, right? Say if I didn't know anything about art or the engine, and the artist sends me the whole sprite list animation of his work, and I give it over to the programmer, he's like, no, I can't accept it like this, I need it like this, and I don't know how to give it to him. Like, oh, the animation is of the character moving along the screen, but he needs it to move on point. Like, I would know that, I know that all the way back on stage 1, and require the artist to fulfill the workout in that way, so that he would produce it in the way that I need it, where I can just smoothly give it to the developer, and then he would be able to implement it without any issue.
Like Charlie, you're talking about on the actual development side. I think Black Wolf is taking the management side to mean like just the actual, like the HR side of it almost, or
executive
resource
producer,
allocation.
Yeah.
But that person wouldn't have any actual control over what the game design is, which is also something that Eck would kind of want with that. So it's different.
Yeah.
That'd be different for me.
Should we take 5 and maybe go take a pee and get refill our drinks and stuff?
Okay.
Yeah, can do. I don't have a be right back screen, so
okay. We'll keep it in mind to cut out. I gotta go take a leak, and I want to get some water and stuff and get a snack.
Give yourself 5 minutes, pal.
right.
I'll chat with Chat and Cory. Cory, if you want to have another 5,
I'll be back in
Sure,
like 30
chat.
seconds.
Yeah, no worries. Chat, you have my full undivided attention. I don't have a be right back screen, so we are just chilling here, you know. Yeah, it's kind of hard to explain Blackpool. Maybe if in a AAA system, you would have a resource allocator, which would be more of a hands-off. It's more of a budgeting sort of thing. But working on, like, I've worked on a few games where I am the guy managing every single system. And when you're in indie, you're kind of doing everything. Like, I was doing everything from budgeting to invoicing to managing the artists, making sure the work was perfect for programmers, whilst doing a lot of the programming and art assets myself, and then reporting back the budgeting and the invoicing and everything like that over to my publisher, if you will. So I guess like Eck would come in at a executive producer, where he would bring in the assets, like the funding, figure out what, speak to each team, understand how much money it's needed, their estimated times, yada yada, and then just make sure that it follows that plan. In indie dev, I guess you don't have that luxury. I'm not sure, but yeah. Charlie, when are you going to execute Order 66 on this channel and completely take control? When that Minecraft video that I'll make takes off so much that they only want Charlie Minecraft videos. Charlie, why do you guys always only set 3 donation goals with 2 really easy to reach and nothing in between those max goals? That happened in last stream, and then it happened this stream because we couldn't think of a $350 goal in time. We did have one. It didn't pass the agreement. We couldn't get a full agreement. I think I could have tweaked it to be a bit more safe for work, but yeah, it dropped off, unfortunately. But yeah, you're right. There should have been a $350 donation there that we couldn't think of in time. So yeah.
Yeah.
It was. I'm happy to say it. We were going to take the incel test, but there's a lot of personal. I didn't look at the test beforehand. Going through the questions, they're quite inappropriate for the stream, so for the podcast. So we didn't do them in the end. So
I didn't
actually
really look
like
through
that.
it, so I didn't. Was it really that bad?
It's like, what do you bash off to? Like stuff like that. You don't really want to answer that on stream. Yeah. So, asking people to. Yeah, somebody was saying, where can I get free 3D assets from people without having to pay? Buddy, you might be able to get away with that with 2D artwork if they're practicing to be a good artist. There is so few 3D modelers out there. They get snapped up as soon as they're available. You ain't gonna get 3D modeling for free. Like, for 2D
Unless
artwork,
you learn yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Which is not.
There are so
easy.
many Blender tutorials out there.
It's like, whenever I needed, because I follow a lot of artists. I wanted to be an artist myself. I do art myself, but like whenever I need a 2D artist, I could find so many people, from background designs, industrial like architectural designs, character concepts, loads. I could contact anybody. But for 3D work, they're either in full time or they're working for Riot, and they have no time for commissions. Yeah, like how many people? Like, Riot scoops up so many really good 3D modelers. They have so many. Yeah. I follow a lot of 3D artists, and I swear 2 out of 3 of them end up working for Riot, because they have the money, I suppose.
Yeah, and they're doing so much stuff as well that it's like they've got TV shows, they got the MMO, they've got League of Legends, so, and every other game that they're doing.
Yeah,
Valorant.
It's
I've never actually played Valorant. I don't know if I should.
I played it, but I could like, my friend's been really trying to get me into it, but I could really feel it was a sweat fest, and I've been really trying to avoid trying to be pro at like an FPS or that sort of thing. Star Wars Squadrons I didn't mind because I wasn't necessarily in the top 10% of players, but I still wanted to be pretty good at it. But with like Overwatch and TF2, where like it absorbs all of your time to be in the top 500, it's just no. Valiant, I could see that being the same thing.
And if I had a consistent team, if I had like a 5-man, I would, and I could get enough numbers on it, I would love to just stream League a lot.
Right? That's what Family Bovine was supposed to be. It was supposed to be a League channel. It's just playing League every day.
I've played it a couple times on Twitch where it's just like 6 a.m. where I'll be getting up or going to bed and I'll want to play an ARAM or two, and I just decided to stream it. But yeah, I always feel like I shouldn't bother trying to stream it on Twitch when I do it, but maybe I should. I don't know.
I feel like
I only play fives if I have, or I only play like Summoner's Rift if I have other teammates, and I'll just play ARAM otherwise. And I just feel like ARAM's probably not worth streaming.
Yeah, perhaps that is the case. My opinion on it is that I feel I'm a bit of a League boomer, and I think like content creation for League is down the drain now, that a lot of the OG YouTubers aren't making content on it anymore. Like Spazzy, Sky
Donkey.
Williams, Donkey, like none of them are doing League content anymore, and no new names spring to mind apart from Miz.
A lot of the streamers are just like the pros and former pros now.
Yeah,
but like I'm not thinking I'd get like 5K viewers or something. I just would, if I got my normal amount of viewers, I wouldn't mind that if I had if I could do it. Not even like changing to just being a League streamer. Just if I could occasionally do 5-man League streams, then I'd love that.
I'd love to just play fucking Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time all day, like ZFG does. But he is like one of the biggest content creators for that game, and he's only getting like 20k viewers per video.
Yeah, it's kind of the same with like Empire at War, where it's like Shaq is definitely the biggest.
Yeah,
and then it's like the three of us as kind of the next step down.
I gotta say though, kudos to fucking Empire at War viewers, because I was talking to Eck today actually, where the channel's in a bit of a weird spot. EckToo in the fact that the first 5 to 10 minutes tends to be pretty bad for views, and then it catches up like 5 to 20 hours later on down the line, where people are more likely to click on the homepage or search for it. We've never really had that on the channel before. We could always kind of tell how well a video was going to do in the first 10 minutes. Now, I'm like, well, first 5 minutes, like the first 5 minutes of that Thrawn's Revenge video could have been better. And it made me think, man, this is not going to even hit 8K. But people just kept clicking on it outside of subscribers. I feel like we brought in a lot of Star Wars Squadron's potentials, and now they're just dispersing as the game has left relevancy. But Empire War viewers, they stuck around, man. Every time we do anything Empire War, it always naturally gets more views. They never left.
Like, Empire at War is such a naturally structured for YouTube game. It lends itself really well to a standard narrative structure where you have clear goals for an episode, battles are clearly defined, there's clear breakpoints and downtime in a way that a lot of games don't have. And Stellaris kind of does it. I don't think it does it as well as Empire at War, but that's why games like EAW and Stellaris that are ostensibly kind of similar to Sins are so much better to watch than Sins or even Civ, where like there are baked in narrative elements to Stellaris that aren't even really there in Civ.
I gotta say, recording, like, I know we only stream Empire War now, but like whenever I did videos like a campaign video where I recorded the video instead, that was like so good. You could just hit a button, record the session, finish up, and then do some light editing as you publish it. Nothing to do with what am I going to talk about today, how am I going to convey it to the audience, record it, find the footage, piece it all together nice and neatly, all that sort of stuff. So it's real nice.
How do you think Cory and I feel when we do a lore video?
Yeah.
Especially on something like that gets mentioned in one Star Wars book. It's like good fucking work.
Yeah. Well, I and that's coming from people who know Star Wars almost inside out, and I can't even say precursor correctly. So, but
I really wish I could make all my ebooks into a searchable database, which I kind of can.
You could, yeah. I just put them in one big PDF.
Still, no, not even that. But it'd be a fair amount of effort. And I don't know how much time it would ultimately end up saving me.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you could probably just put them in one big PDF, right? Like 10.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be like 50,000 pages, but.
Well, you just have to open any of the Legends books with the 63 previews at the end.
Yeah.
So
that would be a problem. You have to cut out that shit.
Yeah. My thing when starting Datapad was kind of that I wanted to do relatively lengthy video essay style analysis stuff, more just because I missed writing essays, and I didn't think that would have the most traction in the world, but I never really got around to doing any of the topics that I wanted to do, and I still want to do all of them, but
a lot of people,
I feel like I have to put the time in to make the shorter videos and then do the longer ones in the background, but then I never end up putting the time in on the longer ones.
A lot of people are asking when Joint Command's starting.
Imagine pretty soon, Cory. We're gonna do some customization for it, right?
I think so. Doing some of the EckToo mod stuff.
Yeah,
because
we could probably do it. I imagine we could do it like next week or something.
Depends on the customization.
I thought we were just gonna have characters with each of our names in it. But
that's easy.
Also, we should have a new. Let's make a new $500 goal. Considering we're gonna need to rethink the Tinder thing. I think.
Do you think, because it's not that bad? I think we can even show a photo, just not the information associated with that photo.
I think we should rethink it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Chat, what do you think?
I just don't like fucking with people.
We don't have to send a message. I can just give a brief overview of what my Tinder looks like. And we'll do something else. So that means
I think we should have
both
like
parties are happy.
500, which we're only 150 away or 175 away from. Be like review the EckToo promise sheet.
Yeah, let's do that.
Or we could do like we could decide the winner of the meme competition as well.
We could just move to the meme review now that we started and never finished. We could.
Yeah, let's say if we get the 500, we'll decide the meme review winner.
I'll let chat have a little say as well, because like I don't want to change the end goal when we're 326 in. But like I said, I agree. I don't think we should be messaging people and fucking around with people. But I'm happy to show some of the embarrassing messages I sent. You know.
Well, I'd be fine if you read some of the embarrassing messages you sent. That's fine.
Yeah. I'll run off whatever chat says. So, last meme competition rewards should have been sent out. They sent out about like 2 days ago. So
I've heard they've not been sent out.
Well, they've not received them.
But what about like the games and stuff? Like I don't think Marmar got.
Oh no, I don't think I've got Mama. I'll do that now if you want.
No, not right now. Not in the middle of the podcast.
Not in the middle of the podcast. Oh, by the way, Space is Big with a $5 donation said, "Stop being down on yourselves. You all are getting many transferable skills doing for YouTubes. Editing doesn't pay very well. Space is Big.
I'm very talented. Don't get me wrong. It's just having the proof to someone else and knowing what I don't want to work for anyone.
Same.
I'm good at working for me, and I'm good at working for other people, but I stress about the things that I have to do. And I'm happier stressing about doing shit for me than stressing about the fact that I need to make sure that Saturday lunch runs smoothly at some asshole's McDonald's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I hope you wouldn't go straight from YouTube to McDonald's.
I might have to. My plan was like my job before moving full time to YouTube, before my channel was even monetized, was
working.
I worked for the census. Yeah,
Ooh.
like I had a census job, and well, I live in Ottawa, Charlie. It's not hard to figure out there. But
he's told it.
I was gonna do this until the next census, which was this year. And if I wasn't sustainably living, then I would apply for a job in the census. Because like they send you an email saying, "Hey, you worked for us last time. Do another one." Mm-hmm. And then it's really easy to get bridged into StatsCan if you've got some experience there. Like there's other contracts you can get. Because I turned one down when I was living with my family. So the fact that I didn't have to apply for that was like career goal number one.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, I mean, you could do worse than the government, though. At least
no, that would be good. It's just it's another 5 years before the next one. So
yeah, did you fill out your census, Cory?
I did, of course. But my name is Cory. How may I help you? I had to answer the phone
last time
every
they
time
called
like
me
that.
and asked me a bunch of questions after I filled it out. I was like one of the randomly selected ones.
That's not a thing. Was that a provincial thing, maybe?
Yeah, it might have been the provincial census.
So this really pissed us off when I was working on the previous one, because Alberta was running either a provincial census or it was municipal ones for Edmonton and Calgary. And they ran it when they did so they could piggyback off of the federal government's advertising for the federal census. And that meant that people would fill out their municipal census because they sent those out before the federal ones, knowing they had to fill out a census. But then the federal one would come
they think they're good.
Like, I already did this. And they'd ignore the notices, so they'd keep getting the notices. And they'd call and be angry, and we had to say, no, that was a different thing, because obviously they're not going to be able to.
Yeah.
They're going to be asking different questions, and they're not going to send the information between them the same way that they wouldn't just go and get the information from the CRA, because then people should feel comfortable telling StatsCan the truth on the census, even if they're lying to the CRA, because it's just about getting the accurate info rather than trying to prosecute someone for lying on their taxes.
Yeah, mine would have been provincial because it was when I was doing YouTube, because I remember they asked me a lot of questions about that, and that was not 5 years ago.
Yeah, because it was 2016.
Yeah, I was still in law school then.
Mm,
Before times.
Yeah. Yeah, we would definitely want to look at that promise sheet as well for 500.
Could we do the
as
promise
well.
sheet right now, and then if like
Can do.
Nacho approves of the meme review being the $500 one, because he was the one that got over the $200 goal, I think.
Where is the promise sheet? I want.
I think
can't
it's
open
pinned
it.
in general.
I can't.
Let's see.
Can somebody link it to me because I can't
Yeah.
move my Discord around.
Is it Piers that made it?
Am I being
think
Red
so.
Paladin? Oh.
Yeah, it
Could be
might be
wrong.
Paladin, not Piers. I think I asked for it recently. Oh, there we go. EckToo promises. Rhino pinned it.
Can you send it to me on Facebook Messenger so I can just open it? I'm just looking at
Yes.
some of our old Minecraft videos. The last one that we all streamed together was 5 months ago. When we tried playing.
And it got
RL
like
Craft.
50,000 views, right?
That one of us, Cory did, yeah.
Did it? The Star Wars one?
It got a lot of views. And then I played RL Craft, which is like a really hard version of Minecraft.
Yeah. We played
got
that all
10K.
together.
Yeah, that one didn't do very well, but it was we played 5 hours of that.
You played
Damn.
5 hours of that.
No. I did, but there was one where it was all 3 of us together.
We weren't
that
there
was
the whole
fun.
time. Me and Justin weren't. Or I wasn't. Maybe
Yeah,
Justin was.
Actually, maybe
Because
you're
we
right.
found the
Yes.
mystical sea creature that started flipping out, and then I left.
Yeah.
Yeah, the giant worm.
And then we played vanilla Minecraft as well, where we got fucking destroyed drunk, and I spelt Linus Tech Tips wrong.
All right, I sent you guys the link in the Facebook chat.
Ryan Sewell with the $5. Been watching the channel for a couple of years now and love the content. It's been great watching the channel grow. Thank you, my man. It's like
Thanks,
like
Ryan.
watching a
The
tree
channel has
growing
grown.
and then
I
dying.
feel like the early videos did better.
Yeah. Well, it's easy to say that, but now that when I really try to think about it and like look at some of the old graphs, a lot of the older videos, at least that I was in, wouldn't hit 10K in the first day or 2 days ever. Like it would take it a while. But
Yeah.
I would say we're on lower views than we were 2 years ago.
Definitely
to this
6
day.
months ago.
Oh god, yeah. Like the channel was, just to give you a comparison, the channel was on its way to 2 million in the latter half of 2020.
No, it wasn't. What do you mean it was on its way to 2 million? What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? We were on like 1.4. Like
Oh,
like-
2 million views. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
per month. But now we're at like 400,000.
Yeah, it's been rough.
Okay. So just a document with all the shit we promise.
All right, let's take a look.
In quotation marks. Oh my god. Here we go. 7 days ago. Okay. First one in January the 15th, 2021. Eck. The promise was, I will transform the Hexagon Trials into a full... I don't know what that is. Novella.
Novella. It's a short book.
I'll write the Hexagon Trials and make it at least 50 pages and self-publish on Amazon. Oh,
Yeah, I'll do that.
if we hit 1 million on EckToo. Gotcha.
All right, so we're pretty far off, and by that point, all the 3 people who still remember the Hexagon trials will have forgotten,
Gone.
and Fall Guys will be a distant memory.
Mm.
Hold on, I'm just reading the bottom one. We didn't hit $1,000. I read the bottom one. X shaves his mustache.
We
didn't hit
did.
that $1,000.
We did. Last stream we did. 1,050.
What was that street? Was that Birio?
That was Birio last week, yeah.
Okay.
Another $5 from Arabian Night. Been watching Eck since before his first mic upgrade. When you doing ship verses from other universes like the Star Carrier or the Lost Fleet?
I thought of it occasionally. I don't like doing the cross universe stuff too much though.
Guaranteed engagement.
Next one.
Yeah.
January the 20th, 2020, Charlie. Charlie gets his cousin Lewis on and tells him everything about Crystal Clear if we get 1,000 concurrent viewers on Vireo.
Right.
And I think that was for that. No, that was for any Vireo, which is definitely not happening.
If we do
Like
get
Vireo peaked last summer and has been on a slow decline since then.
Yeah. And today I learned that guest Vireo carts do not do well. But yeah.
Guest Vireo carts where we make the guest the thumbnail and title don't do well.
I think you're right.
Because when we don't mention them, it does just as well as any other Vireo.
I just wanted to be cool, where it'd be like an interview place, but it can't. It could never be. August 9th, 2020, for Eck, Charlie grows emo hair. $1,000 for every $500 on top of that, plus 1 month of growing. Well, my hair's quite long. I was showing it today.
Well, you gotta get the pictures done.
But me and Fran want to get the pictures done, in Windsor and recreate them. I wonder if we can do it this weekend. Actually, oh no, we will do it into a video. I can still do it into a video if I can. Yeah, I might be able to do that. Fran will have to record me, because this is the first week out of lockdown, so that could possibly happen now. So that one is in progress. August 9th, 2020, Charlie makes a TikTok with his emo hair and emo music. 250,000 subs on EckToo. Yeah,
well, you better record some stuff just in case, or else you'll have to grow it back out.
Well, I'll wear the mullet if need be, like a black hair mullet or like a black hair.
That sounds
wig.
better, to be honest.
December the 4th, 2020, part 1. Charlie dresses as Peach. Charlie does very accurate Peach cosplay, no beard, full makeup to the point where I'm unrecognizable.
And you hit part 2, so
yeah. Oh, I really don't want to shave my beard. That's the biggest issue.
You better at least do full makeup then.
Oh yeah, that I can.
You got to be unrecognizable, and I want that in the next couple months.
No
lockdown's over.
Fran's been bugging me about it as well.
All right, let's get it done.
Yeah. August 3rd, 2020, Charlie will pay out of his pocket to get a 10-minute Crystal Clear cartoon made. Really? I said at 250,000 subs? Fuck, that's going to be expensive.
That's expensive.
I'm sure I said animatic. Not full-on frame-by-frame animation.
Well, they do have the time-stamped links there, so we can check exactly the wording.
Oh, okay. Fingers fucking crossed. I think I did say animatic.
Has that Vireo been privated, though? That's in the... No, that's last August. That's definitely not privated.
But yeah, I would definitely do an animatic one, for sure. Charlie February 4th, 2021. Charlie makes a Charlie iceberg public. I'm assuming video.
Where the fuck was I on that Vireo? Why wasn't I there? Oh well.
You might have just not been there because of Dana. Oh yeah,
last
Cory's
August?
green screen. Yeah, 2020 might be, maybe. I missed one. Cory's green screen adventures. Or October 8th, Cory. Where are they?
I need to deal with the lighting, which we actually get to later in the promises of getting new light bulbs. But my green screen, I own the green screen. I have the bars right there. Like, that's the stand for it. It's just, I need like an LED strip or something so that I can properly light it. Because when I put it up, it does not green. It does not screen. It is just a big, poorly lit green blanket behind me, essentially.
Next one.
Hold on. You can keep reading them. I'll show you what's going on here.
The Charlie iceberg video. I think that was because Mama posted an iceberg image and we'd make a video on it. Okay, that's fair. Charlie. Oh yeah, I did promise that. Actually, that one's fulfilled. The Zelda randomizer was fulfilled. That one can be stricken off the list. I did that one and it did
It
poorly.
already has been stricken off the list. It says delivered.
Oh, does it say delivered? Oh, I can't see that section.
Yeah.
EckToo OnlyFans on February 8th, 2021 at 2 million subscribers on EckToo. I'm sure we'll do a funny April Fools about that. But if at 2 mil and we're earning a good amount of money, yeah, I'll give it a go. But I don't think
Charlie
it
get
can
his bird out at 5 mil.
March 2nd.
Charlie, would you get your bird out for 20K on the EckToo OnlyFans?
Wait. What do you mean bird out?
Your dicky out.
For how much?
20K monthly.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
So we'll talk about future goals when we get the EckToo OnlyFans at 2 million.
Yeah. Well, it'll be fucking like I'll get that Todger out.
500.
Yeah, like fucking. You'll be sick of the fucking porker afterwards. I'll tell you. EckCrew record choosy music video at 1 million. I think about this one more than I can mention. I want that to happen at 1 mil. Easy.
Yeah.
Absolutely easy. I'd love that. April 30th, 2021, EckToo Mario 64 hack. That one, yeah, I've got somebody for it. The thing now, because we went back and forth, he wants a documentation of stuff that he needs to do. So like drawings of like how we kind of want it to look like and stuff like that. I'm gonna keep it really simple so he can kind of like go off the.
I think Cory's setting the green screen up.
Oh, okay. Fingers crossed.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's in progress.
Yeah, that one is in progress. I got to get back to him with. I'm being super transparent. The last message, I can't open it up. But last messages, I was like, are you open to be more spontaneous with what you work? He says, I prefer a more stricter guideline. So I was like, okay, I'll get the voices. I'll get the work put together for you.
I'm gonna add a thing here. If we hit 500 tonight, the X shaves his mustache thing. I didn't achieve it. I will let somebody random in chat choose if I do it tonight. I'll shave it. I'll let somebody in chat randomly choose, or I'll do a poll. You guys want it gone? It'll be gone, or else I'll grow it out for another at least 3 weeks. You guys will be able to choose.
Yeah, but the EckToo Mario 64 one I'm actually quite passionate about, considering the last one went down the fucking shitter. So we'll get that one put together. April 30th, 2021. Eck writes the longest chapter in his. Did you really say longest chapter?
I mean, I'll do longest chapter.
I still need to send you those. I'm gonna send.
I mean, it's gonna take time. Like, it's gonna be something that I work on with like over the next bit. But
I am going to send you them now, just so I don't forget.
Okay.
Crystal clear chapters. This is gonna be chapters 4 till 7, isn't it? 6?
I need all of them. I need all of them.
Oh yeah. Well, you have the pictures, but I'm gonna send you this now. How can I email it to you? Oh, send a copy.
Background there.
Oh my god. Oh, I can send it like this. There you go. Boom. Crystal clear notes. Oh, it's gonna send as a text.
Someone needs to transcribe it to text.
Yeah, that would be helpful. Well, 4 till 6 is there. I think I've just sent it to you.
All right. Well, I don't. Okay,
Yeah,
I'll do the pictures for the other one eventually.
All right. I've got those as well. I can send them to you. Okay. So next up, Cory gets shot live on stream. Is that real? I shot live on stream. Oh, it's funny.
We'll only do the stash if I Listen, the decision will be if we hit 500, I'll let you guys choose either shave the stash or grow the beard out for at least 4 weeks. That'll be the choice. Grow it all out.
Corey, no wonder why you're getting shit results. That's the most creased up green screen I've ever seen.
Well, this has been in storage for a while. I'd obviously make it less creased up when it's
Yeah,
Man needs
actually
to get
going
a
to be
steamer.
used.
yeah. Ask Dana
It's
to
just
iron
the
it.
lighting in here is pot lights like that, most of which
love
are
the
out.
table as well.
Oh, and it's
Table.
it's partially see through as too.
Yeah, it's because the lighting is shit. That's why it's see-through.
my
Oh,
God, I'll
shit.
leave
Gamers get a shit screen. Yeah. That's funny.
Because there's more of these super harsh lights behind it. Like, that's why it... Other than, like, the one that's out. But if I can...
when you do it, Corey, I want to make a meme where like you're just like it looks like you're talking really fast. You know that meme where you're talking really fast, and then really old pictures of you are fading in and out. Like you know that meme where this is like the average Minecraft enjoyer or whatever. But yeah. So Corey gets shot live on stream. $2,500. So,
what's the context? There's no way I agreed to get like literally murdered on it.
I wonder if it's
Hold on.
yeah.
Twin Sons Tournament. Oh God.
Dude, it was during the Twin Sons
I did
tournament.
say that actually. I did say that.
It'd probably have to be an Airbnb gun or something like that. Airbnb. No, fuck. What's it called?
God. You get shot with it and it fucks up local rent around you.
Just yeah. Oh fuck. God, I've had I'm way too close to an asthma attack, man. I can't even laugh properly. It's annoying. Charlie punches a wall. That one's got fulfilled. Yeah, that got delivered. Cory buys new light bulbs for his basement.
That has to happen regardless.
Yeah, he's not done that. As I was saying that, he had to manually increase the brightness of his fucking webcam, man. Like, I saw his webcam go from dark to a little bit more bright.
No, that's because I closed a tab on the right side.
Oh,
Hold on.
okay.
See, that's with the white spreadsheet open. White spreadsheet closed.
Oh, okay, fine. And then X shaves his mustache. Okay. Not as bad as I thought it was. There are some in here that I'm like a bit worried about. But
I think once we get the emo hair and the Princess Peach done, it'll be people will be very happy with it.
yeah, I agree.
And we could request another big one.
Yeah, I need to message. I've told Fran about it. We were going to do it 2 weeks ago, but then the issue is that she has way too many fucking sword training lessons on the weekends that she has to do. So it's either we go and do it in a place that isn't where I originally took them, or I do. But we'll have to wait and see. Also, do I really want to go the extra length and just get a t-shirt saying I am the after party, just like the original did?
The original emo?
Yeah, the original emo had a picture where I was wearing a shirt saying I am the after party. Not
a bad idea, but I don't know. I just want to get it. I just want to get the pictures done.
Yeah, for sure. There is one that's missing from here though, guys, which I'm really upset about. How did you guys miss this one? This is like the biggest one for me, and it's not on here.
What is it?
You watching the Pink Stitch episode.
Yeah, that's probably right up there with those are just lost of time, just like you reading the Last Command or Throne Trilogy.
Yeah, no one gives a fuck about Eck watching Pink Stitch.
Chat, what do you think?
It's not on the list. I've got a funny one that we could do sometime if we hit like 1,000 sometime. We all legitimately try to shift into Hogwarts. Like on stream, we all try.
Yeah.
We all like legitimately try. We like reread everything we can about shifting, and we try to shift into the Hogwarts.
We should do that, yeah, for a podcast episode.
Yeah, into the Gryffindor common room.
Just like all three of us, like silent like that, just like really trying to shift in.
That'd be a good video. Too, trying to shift into Hogwarts.
I saw a funny TikTok where it's this girl being like, I feel bad for my daughter, where she'll grow up and realize her mother wanted to shift so bad into Hogwarts so she could get railed by wizards. Like...
Yikes.
Oh dear. Yeah, that should so be a podcast episode where we. It's
Would
gonna
you guys-
be.
Corey, are you down with that idea?
Yeah.
If we get 1,000 tonight, I'll add it. If we do,
Look,
It-
I don't think it'll work. I'm just throwing it out there. I don't think it'll work.
listen.
We can try.
I don't think any of us think shifting is actually going to work, but I wouldn't mind going to. I wouldn't mind going
Look,
to.
I'm just
Madame
trying to play the
Trelawney's
fact that I do it every night. Okay.
It's gonna be like pure silence, and it's just gonna be every now and then it's gonna be like, oh, that's George. Like...
You know, what would be another really funny, another funny stream goal. The boys each keep a dream journal for like a month, and then at the end we each discuss.
I don't think you want that.
Fun fact. That's actually really interesting because I did that for my university final exam. I kept dream journals and I made them into video games, like explorable areas that were my dreams.
I
So
have
I'd be
two
down for that.
dreams that just
Yeah.
repeat ad nauseum.
your mom's.
It's either I need to study for a test or go to a class that I haven't gone to all semester, or my mom is back alive and nearly dead and just dies at some point during the dream. It's just going to be depressing.
Okay, but I mean, you just gotta record those once.
Yeah.
Maybe
I have
like,
nothing else-
You,
and I'll
it
make
could
them
be
into
possible,
games.
Corey, that like when you wake up, like there are dreams that you might forget unless you record right when you wake up. So.
Yeah.
Also, can somebody? Okay, shifting is basically. I saw it on YouTube. It's like these people, and they're very serious about it. They believe that they can actually, through the power of mental will, change dimensions into Hogwarts and move to Hogwarts in real life. And like there are people, like if you read the YouTube comments, they're like, I actually shifted. I was next to Fred and George in the Gryffindor common room.
We have to all shift together and be really close together.
Fred's dead.
Right.
Like you can't do that.
We have to all really be super close together. So like we have to.
Do we need
be
to
in the
decide
same
what's
house.
happening with the donation goal so that it's not still saying that it's going
Do
to
you
be
want me
Charlie's
do you
Tinder
want me
if we change that?
it? I'm
You
gonna
change it
open-
on the fly.
I have to open it up in Photoshop. I can. I just have to quickly open up Photoshop.
Can you make one 500? It's the meme review, and then 1,000 shifting.
I can.
Oh, I thought you meant
do
1,000 viewers.
No, I meant $1,000. We try shifting.
That.
That feels like that feels like some snake oil we're putting out there.
Listen, I just said shifting is not real, but we'll try it.
Okay.
I've had some serious lucid dreams. By the way, space is big. Meme review and what was the other thing?
Shifting.
Shifting it.
No, that was that. Yeah. But what else on meme? Oh yeah, it was just meme review because we already did the promises, didn't we?
I mean, how long are we expecting the podcast to go?
Probably
I'm not drunk enough. I am way too sober.
Yeah, I gotta get more drunk.
Yeah, I need to get way more drunk. Mate, this weekend's gonna be so sick. I've got so many fucking things to do this weekend. I'm so pumped.
Edits one Thrawn's Revenge video instead.
Wait, what?
I'm just doing a callback to earlier in the podcast. Oh, Justin's asleep.
Oh yeah.
No, I was getting fucking 16 Discord messages.
I'm gonna have to move this down here, because I'm gonna have to make a new. I'm gonna have to make a new donation bar, so I'm gonna have to.
If we do shift, it won't be tonight as well, because I got to read up on shifting.
He's got to read up on shifting, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't want to just mock people.
No, I'm actually going to try.
Yeah, I want to
try
shifting.
Cory. I'm actually going to try. Like, right. I'm gonna believe it that it can happen. I'm gonna try to shift.
Like, you, if anything, you're being offensive because you're trying to make it sound like it's not real.
Well, Eck explicitly said none of us thinks it's real already. Don't try to pin this on me.
We don't think it's real.
So this is for science. This isn't purely to mock people. That's right. Okay, that's fine.
And I think the way we'll have to do it is we'll have to do a live shifting, and then we'll have to try to shift in our personal time as well.
Yeah. And then we'll have to do it in stream, but as long as we're all in the same house, I think it's really important that we have to be in the same house. Otherwise,
well, I think you're assuming that we're going to shift into the exact same dimension. I don't know about that.
I took same house as in like when we're all in the same place. So we hold off until we can actually travel to the same place and like film ourselves on Justin's couch trying to shift to the other.
Pretty sure Charlie shifted himself on my couch based on how it smelled when he left.
No, was it really that bad? Was it? It might be my ears, dude. It actually might be my ears.
I gotta sleep on there tonight.
The pillows, not the fucking entire thing. And plus, I'm a dribbler. Yeah, I hope you like.
No one's ears should be a dribbler.
I could imagine like we were all there like holding hands trying to shift, and Eric's like, "Cuz, can you fuck off?" Like,
Charlie, your ear fucking stinks.
Charlie dribbled into a new sock.
Bro, if shifting were real, and I actually could shift
love
to
your
other
vids.
dimensions,
Do
that'd
a
be the
shot
sickest
with me
thing
at
ever.
exactly
I
11:47
shifted
EST.
Yeah, I'd love to shift into like some Twi'lek sexy bar and like, you know.
yeah.
Thank you, Zach, for the $5 donation. I couldn't read it because it went off the screen before I could read it, but I think the lady's reading it.
Hey boys, love your vids. Do a shot with me exactly at 11:47 EST, which we'll definitely do.
Oh, it was a super chat. I can read that.
Let's do it.
I'm just quickly ending the goal, and it'll come back. So 32621. Remember that 32621.
327. There you go. Bro, if I could shift onto a Super Star Destroyer at the Battle of Endor and try to save the Imperial fleet.
Why would you do that?
I like fascism.
Knew it.
Turg donated $5. First time spending money for someone streaming, so
my God.
I better see you all drink one.
Yeah, we will, dude. Somebody said it was their first time donating ever on a YouTube thing.
Thank you, Turg.
Oh, thank
There you go. I've updated it, so it's on stream now.
Thank you.
Harry Potter shifting. Right. So we got to do one at 4:43 and 4:47.
Sweet. Wait, what? So right now it's 43 right now.
Yeah, should we take a shot now? Because I'm way too sober, dude. Like, my issue is that I drink, I get a little drunk. And
all right, let's do it. We gotta hit it.
All right, here we go. To meeting George and the other one.
I don't eat Moaning Myrtle.
George is dead. No, Fred's dead.
George missing half an ear.
Yeah.
I want to shift into If you guys could shift into any fictional universe or any real universe, I think I want to shift into Trailer Park Boys season 3.
Why?
You
can just go to a trailer park.
Seems chill.
Yeah, I would have something similar, but I'd say Friends. Because I want Friends.
What do you think we're doing right now, Charlie?
No, I know, but like, imagine if we were all like young, fun, full of cum, living in our own apartments in New York, and getting together and like playing games and like having loads of banter. And a laugh track playing suspiciously every time.
We're doing most of those things.
There's no
like,
black
we can add
people
a
in the
laugh
city
track.
suddenly.
Yeah, like
Oh, we add a laugh track? Yeah, I got that. Don't worry.
I just it's the weakest laugh track ever.
the game is physical.
Oh.
All right, get ready to do another shot here in a minute.
Yeah. This is to
Oh, yeah, not yet.
No,
This is
not yet.
47, I think.
47.
Yeah. 47.
So
Yeah.
It's Always Sunny is on Disney Plus, but it's only the first 8 seasons, and apparently it's on FX. But I don't want to get FX, so I've completely forgotten how to pirate stuff. I have no sites to go to for.
Dude, I offered you a
watching
pirate
stuff,
I offered
and-
you a premium piracy site, and you said no.
Yeah, well, I didn't think I'd need
I've
it.
been wanting that, by the way.
I gave it to you, Charlie.
When?
Oh my god.
You might have actually. Can you send it
I
again?
did. No, I only got so many invites.
What's it called? Or
IP torrents.
I'm gonna search our thing.
You would have got an email with it.
Oh really? It was an email.
Yeah.
To my Yahoo.
Do it later.
Okay. I can't see it, but yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. So we got wait. So we've got ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to Zach.
A mostly empty can. I need to replenish my alcohol.
Do it.
Ottawa's finally back down under 100 cases per day and still decreasing. So it's much better than it has been.
Yeah, we're under that too as well.
That one was rough.
670 today, I think 77, but 2 deaths.
Nice.
That one's
Man,
rough.
I've got fucking. My sister-in-law's an anti-vaxxer. She posts shit like every day. Drives me crazy. And my friend who I used to go drinking with, her boyfriend, since lockdown, he started buying into it. It's like not just anti-vaxxer. That's just like the beginning of it. It's like veiled anti-Semitism, where it's like clearly it's like where you can pretend that it's just like basic. Oh, the elites, but it's a Jew thing in the end of the day. You know what I mean? Where it's like all these, or like it's gross. Oh yeah, Canada is doing really well on vaccinations now.
Yeah.
We've been turning
Hooray.
it up. I'm proud of us. We're gonna pass America the next few days, I believe.
Oh
Well,
wow.
in first dose, not in
Oh.
because
Yeah,
we're
in
we're trying to get everyone with 1 dose first, rather than going everyone with 2 doses.
Did
Which
you
is
get a
right
date?
together. I think I'm gonna take Dana, but we don't have an appointment yet.
You're fucking. I got mine for. Let me see. I just got mine today. Wow, my inbox is full of shit.
So
Loaded.
it's kind of annoying for me. I can't register online. I have to call because I haven't updated my health card. I have the old Ontario red and white card, not the photo card, which I had intended for many years to get replaced. And it's a red and white card that was chewed by a dog, so it doesn't. You can't. It's terrible.
Mine's Thursday, June 10th, by the way.
Nice.
So not even soon, but soon enough.
Personally, I don't want any of that junk in my body. But no, I need mine. I've got asthma.
Why haven't you signed up yet? Surely you've been able to sign up for weeks in the UK.
I'm gonna be honest. Partly it's due to I'm so fucking scared of needles. I genuinely have a phobia of needles. That's not a joke. I have to be put under for dentist work because I'm a nervous patient. So I wanna Robinson and Robinsons, whatever it's called. Johnson and Johnson. Yeah, not Robinson Fruit Shoot.
You're like the thing with J&J, which like we've stopped using AstraZeneca and J&J in Ontario, I think, and maybe in Canada. But you'll probably need a booster eventually. Like you may as well just get Pfizer and Moderna if you can.
Well, we had the Oxford variant because we made our own one, didn't we?
Yeah,
So we'll have to.
but still.
Try phanophobia. Yeah, well, if I have a massive phobia of needles. Like I will, that too, especially when they're stinky. I full on freak out.
X couch.
I tell you what though, I've not to get too political. Fucking Europe fucked up on their vaccines. You know they declined 300 million doses of Pfizer because they were like the blood clots.
Pfizer's not the blood clot one.
Oh, it might be the other
J&J.
one. Oh, is it J&J?
AstraZeneca.
No, that's the one. That's the one. AstraZeneca.
Yeah.
Oh, Oxford AstraZeneca. Okay, sorry. I keep mixing up Pfizer and AstraZeneca. Because like actually, our one, the Oxford AstraZeneca one, is kind of shit. It's a double dose and it's only like 67% feasible for not getting too ill from it, but 100% chance of not being hospitalized.
Yeah, like they're all good. It's just if you have enough supply, generally it is better to end up going with
Pfizer,
Pfizer and Moderna.
That one. What was that? They made. Who made that one? Was it Germany? It was a European country, wasn't it? I forget who made that one.
Germany's vaccination is going very, very slow.
Well, it's because they're locked under Europe, so like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I do like Europe. It's just they fucked up so bad on the vaccination system.
Mm-hmm.
But this stuff is boring. Let's talk about something cool like Harry Potter shifting.
No,
I don't think we will.
Do
Do we have any more Q&A questions?
Yes. By the way, chat, if you have any Q&A questions, put them in the chat now because we'll be looking out for them. So please do that. Our next question is the last one was just directed to me, which was how did you go from uni with an art degree to YouTuber? Do you want me to answer that one?
no.
Okay.
You can answer it if you can answer it in 30 seconds or less. Yes.
Okay.
Just answer the question from the patrons, Charlie. It doesn't matter if it's only directed to one of us. Answer the goddamn question.
Okay.
Fair enough.
I did a fine arts degree, peer pressured by my mother. It was a shit degree. Somebody who shat in a vase and spray painted it gold got full marks. Realized it wasn't for me. And I left to work for the Yogscast because I knew how to code and make little sprites animate pretty well. That started as my first job. Then it just led into a different type of coding and then back into YouTube. There you go. So I went game dev to web dev to YouTuber. There you go. Done.
Nice.
The degree was useless. It was fucking actually useless. So that's the quick answer. The other one was the funniest monkey video you've ever watched. Possibly the one where like he smacks the tree a lot and then just falls off, and then the sad music plays as he's falling off the tree in slow motion.
I like the one where he throws the raccoon.
Yeah, that one's actually a really good one too. I forgot about the raccoon one. And then that's pretty much all of the Patreon questions I could grab together in time. But let's go to chat. Let's read some of the chat ones. Well, I think we've only got one so far, which was you raised Catholic? Yes, I was. And they did a really poor job of telling us there was other religions. Yeah. But yeah, what else was there? Do you think Hot
Everyone
Wheels
was
should
asking about fencing.
Fran does HEMA, so like European sword work with long swords, rapiers, and maces and all sorts. But she primarily works with long swords.
Except when she sees you.
Except when she sees me, it turns into a little dagger.
I was gonna say short sword, but
who do you think? Do you think that Hot Wheels should make their own Star Wars Legends cars and ships like they do with stuff from the movies? What? What is he talking about? Do you guys know what he's talking about?
Cory, you know what I'm talking about?
I didn't realize Hot Wheels made any Star Wars anything.
I've seen them like they'll do like the Millennium Falcon, but a car. Yeah. Steven asks, "Do any of you guys get noticed when you're out and about? Do you guys get noticed when you're out and about ever?"
I got noticed once, and it was not for EckToo,
What was it for?
for Family Bovine, and working with Yogscast.
Pretty sure I saw someone on the Thrawn's Revenge site at my university. That's it, though. Never spoken to anyone in real life who knew about Thrawn's Revenge or me. Never been recognized.
What about you?
The guy at the local gas station recognized me by my voice, which was kind of weird. But other than that, not really. But I didn't start showing my face until recently.
Yeah.
But I still doubt it. Probably hardly ever.
Yeah, like I have mentioned that I live in Ottawa a fair bit, and I know there are a fair number of people who watch my stuff that live in Ottawa as well.
Mhm.
So like I think there's a non-zero chance that I'll be like biking and have someone stalk me, maybe? I don't know.
I noticed in Halo 3 sometimes, which is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed on Blood Gulch the other day. It's really cool.
My one wasn't even that good. In fact, it's more of like an insult because like I did a lot of work with Yogscast and stuff, so he knew who I was because I was in some of the videos. But like well, I was only in like 3 videos. He didn't know me. He didn't care about the Yogscast stuff. He only cared about another YouTuber that I knew, and he was asking loads of questions about him, and not about me.
Who is the YouTuber you knew?
Dexter Manning. It's just him. Yeah. So like, and he was good. I like the Family Bovine stuff right at the end. So he didn't really care that it came from Family Bovine, but I was recognised. It was at I don't want to dox myself, but it was at a train station.
It was at Reading. ... It was at a train station.
Shit.
I mean,
Well,
you
fuck was
said
that platform nine
your whole
three-quarters?
address on getting food within the last 2 weeks twice. So
Last time it was my fault though. Eck ordered me food.
he didn't make you say your address on
that's
stream.
True, that's true.
In fact, I encouraged he wouldn't.
He ordered me food too, and no one knows where I live.
Is that me?
Well, yeah, that's true. And
Dana.
yeah,
Who?
Diane.
That's why she got killed. She knew where Cory lived.
I sent that video to you recently. That fucking kills me. To that day, I've never laughed so hard on an EckToo video or stream before in my life. It was the Gamescom one with me and Cory, where we were about to play Among Us after the Gamescom stream finished, and you said Templin Institute, and I went ooh. Yeah. Oh, it just fucking killed me. Well, I killed myself, but still.
Yeah.
You guys are silent.
As funny as it was.
I feel like I'm being judged. Wait, what is that? What is that? What does it say?
That's crazy.
Oh.
Do any of you, TKC is asking, do any of you dislike your own voices? Most people do.
No. I love mine.
Yeah, I don't have any problems.
Yeah, I like my voice for the most part.
So, bye-bye.
Sometimes it gets too high and annoying, but other than that, I kind of like my voice. It's really soothing to me when I speak because it's a nice vibration throughout my head.
I really wish there was some voices I could do just for particular jokes and stuff like that, but I can't. So that's the only time I feel like down about my voice. But other than that, I actually really like hearing my voice. Not to be too. Apart from that one. I'm not drunk
Like
enough,
you're
man.
haunted by
need
the
to drink
ghost
more.
of Fred
This used to be a
Weasley.
judicial ship, you know.
No,
It used to be a judicial ship, you know. I know
that's
we're
why I
small,
shifted
sir,
Hogwarts.
but I'm not that small.
We all shift into the bridge of a judicial ship.
we were like, all right, boys, let's shift into Star Wars, and we all end up fucking shifting into an LAC. This is fucking shit, lads.
What if we shifted into a Star Wars, but it's a skirmish match in Empire at War, and then it desyncs and we die? If the game crashes, do you die in real life?
If you desync in game, you desync in real life. We got 2 donations. We got a donation from Andrew Bryant with the $2 saying that makes 1 Charlie. It might have been for a previous sentence. Next up, we had Turg with the $5. Oh no, that was from. So it's the same donation, but
I already got that.
yeah, first time spending money. Nice.
I feel like the podcast is coming to a close pretty soon.
But we're nowhere near drunk though. You're just bored.
No, I'm pretty buzzed.
Man, I'm not drunk enough. This is why I need beer cart to keep me going.
It's a good lesson. Next time we'll drink more frequently.
Yeah, that's true. Why are you scared of needles? I don't know. I used to not be scared of needles. I used to be able to take a needle when I was a kid, but then I grew to just totally fear them for unknown reasons.
Kind of like
Cory,
them.
Cory, will you ever sing on stream again?
Yes.
Yes, that's good. to
I'll
hear.
do Rocksmith streams, and then eventually I will do guitar and singing streams, or piano and singing streams.
Nice.
I'm going to be a full musical performance YouTuber. I'm going to do a concert of all Lumineers songs.
Well, hey, Rosetta.
I'd like to do that as well, but I'd have to learn how to play Hey Rosetta songs, which is harder because there's no YouTube tutorials on them. And that's the only way I can learn anything.
Fair enough.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah, I think we're at
wait.
the end.
I
think we're at the end of the first ever EckToo podcast.
Screw you, X-Crew. You bamboozled us. This is Beeria Kart with less work on your part. Really not.
Yes.
It's a lot more work on my end. Because like, there's no Mario Kart music to fill the silence for me, so I panic a bit more.
All right, so here's what I'm going to say. Guys, give us your feedback. Are you enjoying the EckToo podcast? Do you want to see more? If so, listen to the audio version that will be put up at some point. Give it a 5-star review. Leave it a like. Leave a nice comment. And also leave this video a like and the stream a like. And we can do this often. And next time we'll get more drunk.
Yeah, and we'll put out some way to get more questions beforehand as well.
Yeah. We also what do we have for next week? We have Scout Whacker back on for next week.
Beerio?
Yeah, we planned this. We planned this. We did plan this. He said it before Kevin came on. We said he was going to come on the week after, 2 weeks after. We had Scout Whacker on for a guest to discuss his winnings on the squadrons. We said this on next Thursday. Are you able to make it?
Probably. I just
Okay.
gotta tell someone to fuck off on Discord. They just sent me
okay.
6 highs, so I just told them to fuck off.
I just got a message here just now. Fuck off by Eck. Nice. Yeah. So we've got that. We've got Scout coming on to tell us what he's gonna do with X money. So that'll be fun. Also, we've got, believe it or not, this is actually a lot of people actually won't know this, but coming up in the rest of the week for EckToo, Empire War. So you'll see a lot more of that coming next week. So be excited for that. And yeah. Everyone, scout whack.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. What, we ending it here? Shall we end it with a drink?
Sure. I'll finish off what I got.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll probably aim for future episodes to go for 2 hours. We'll pack more drinking into that shorter period of time, and then nobody will get
Even
bored.
3 hours would be fine, I think.
This was 3 hours.
Yeah, I think this was a good length, don't you?
Okay. I wasn't sure when you got bored, so I didn't
Short.
want to.
I'm not bored. I just don't want to. If you guys want to keep going, I can keep going.
No, it's fine. I think we've talked about
We
everything
could-
we were going to talk about.
We could
Yeah.
play Halo on Twitch.
Nah,
No,
I'm tired.
It's bedtime, and there's Bad Batch coming out soon, so we got to get up early and do a review.
Bad Batch? What the fuck? Is that
Got
new?
another podcast to do tomorrow night.
Oh fuck, I forgot about that.
That was the thing I was thinking with doing episode 3 next week, is that it's going to be another week with 2 podcasts 2 days in a row.
Yeah,
Whatever.
it's all right.
Congratulations.
Or we could just
Andrews,
do it. We could
baby.
do Bad Batch 2 weeks after, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
2 episodes. Either way.
And
Other
I'm
podcast.
gonna- let's do this. Let's have this drink. For
In honor of Andrew's baby.
Andrew's baby. To
Andrew's baby.
name of the Father,
This
the
can's
Son.
been empty for 2 hours, but I'm still
Andrew
thinking of it.
Giant.
Feel good.
Oh man.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Uh-uh.
Oh, my neck creaked when I was doing that. Fuck, I'm old.
Yeah.
Like,
I love the grinding sound you get sometimes.
You got that too?
Yeah, like if I get a stiff neck pretty often, you can hear that.
It's like a dull
Really?
grinding too. Like it feels like
I never get that.
probably because
I never-
your ears too infected to hear it.
Yeah, that's just, okay. Not bad. Yeah, fucking ending this
All right.
stream after that comment.
And the podcast.
Goodbye, everyone. And remember, classic catchphrase, goodbye.
Shift into Hogwarts.
Amen.
Oh, you're right, George. How you doing, pal? I ended it.